Subject to credit and property approval.
So, darling, you're not a millionaire. If you want to retire at St. James Place in Baton Rouge, well, you don't have to be to live the active, enriching, and fun retirement you planned and saved for. So forget what you've heard and take a look at St. James Place. It just might be more affordable than you think. Learn more and schedule a visit at stjamesplaceinfo.org. That's stjamesplaceinfo.org.
This is for the men who never settle, the ones who miss the fairway all day and still pull out the big stick. The type of guys who will always prefer to be behind the grill than in front of the camera. And the men who never let their friends forget about a high school nickname. This is the Lodge mentality. This is Twin Peaks.
Who wants to settle for a single TV? With more TVs, bigger screens, plus our fabulous scenic views, there's more to watch in Twin Peaks.
Haldane here. Let's talk convenience from your local grocer, specifically the Mathern's app. Knock out your grocery shopping before you leave work, pick it up on your way home. That's convenience at either location, downtown on 3rd or Nicholson across from Tiger Stadium. Use the promo code TALK for 10% off your order all month long with the Mathern's app. Some exclusions may apply.
Magnet Mania, featuring over 27 magnet programs in the East Baton Rouge Parish School System, will be held at the Raising Cane's River Center Saturday, October 1st from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Student performances, informational booths, and on-site applications will be available. Visit ebrmagnet.org for more information or call 922-5443.
Congratulations to Cadero Boy of Baton Rouge. Cadero is our Week 1 winner in the 2022 Twin Peaks College Football Picking Contest. They win a $50 gift card to Twin Peaks. Don't forget to make your picks for Week 2 by 5 p.m. on Thursday. Play the 2022 Twin Peaks College Football Pick'em today at 1045ESPN.com.
Vibe check. A brunch spot with no line. Vibe. Impossibly fluffy pancakes. Vibe. Humble bragging about your weekend on a private jet. No vibe. Vizzy Mimosa Hard Seltzer. Big vibe. Vizzy Mimosa is a vibe. Celebrate responsibly. 2022 Wilson Coors Beverage Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Flavor beer.
Serving part-time in the Army National Guard has led to a lot of firsts for me. It paid for me to be the first person in my family to go to school. That education got me to the first day at my dream job, which I can still hold while I serve part-time. That job and the home loan benefits I got from the Army National Guard helped me buy my first house. I also know that I will be one of the first to respond if my community ever needs it.
Sponsored by the Louisiana Army National Guard, aired by the Louisiana Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Looking for something different for lunch or dinner? Why don't you head over to Golf Suites on Segan Lane? Because what could be better than enjoying some delicious food and drinks while learning to hit 'em deep and hit 'em straight? Let's have fun, get better, and get full at Golf Suite off of Segan.
If you've been in, it doesn't matter if you were hit by a big truck, a smart car, or anything in between. I'm Spencer Callahan. I'd like to help.
WNXX, Jackson, KNXX, Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers, LA 21-12682, offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning, everybody. It is 7 a.m. on Friday, September 9th. Your government taco forecast in Baton Rouge. Expect to see cloudy skies with a high of 85. You can follow today's show on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at OTB_ESPN, or catch us on YouTube at the 1045 ESPN channel and subscribe for daily content. Hour number 1 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, starts now.
Let me go!
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Hey, they said I gotta come off the bench.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. Yo.
Yo, what's happening, y'all? Welcome in. It is Friday, September 9, 2022. The weekend is here. What a weekend it promises to be, as it is a football Friday. That is right, Football Friday here on OTB, setting you up right after this. Remember, Hannah and Otter will be out there at Rufino's, reminding you that all is right in the world when you hear them broadcasting from Rufino's. And we're going to talk a lot of football today, as obviously we now have the NFL and some college football to break down. NFL season debuting last night. That was fantastic. Josh Allen and the Bills making a statement here early on. We'll look at maybe the most exciting NFL games over the weekend. We'll talk a little Saints-Falcons, as it's looking very good for the black and gold. Almost too good for the black and gold. We'll go down our 5 most interesting games of the weekend for both college and the NFL. We never really talked about Dabo's contract. Maybe get into that, give you some best bets. As far as the Degeneration Dome goes, I don't know that right now we have any plans to do it on air. I am amassing picks, though. So I have everybody's picks. I will update you. I will release the picks in some form online, and then I will update you, obviously, on these standings here weekly. But it's just, I don't know. I mean, I felt like last year the segment wasn't the best. It was a bunch of people just listing picks. There was some good interaction there, but it was always a little unwieldy, and I don't know. Until we figure out a great way to do it, we gotta workship it, I think, a little bit.
We were always good for one Jimmy Ott room stopper.
That's what I was gonna say. That is what I do miss, and that's why we maybe we just go the Otter route, and we just check in for Otter for Friday to kind of hype up Football Friday, give us some picks going into the weekend, and then we give the DJ Jones standings around that. We will see. But, yeah, I agree. I mean, I don't think I can go my entire Friday football season without getting to talk to the Godfather. So, yeah, we'll get there where we get there. So it's going to be a great show today. Look, if you're hanging out with us, youtube.com/1045 ESPN. Get there in the Bayou Ford YouTube chat. And obviously, we'll be in there hanging out throughout this show as well. How's everyone feeling on this Friday? Jake, how you feeling, man?
I feel great. I officially today have a teenager.
Oh,
Jackson
happy birthday,
turns
dude.
13 today, so
Weird.
yeah. It officially marks me being old, but also I'm excited for him. He's doing great in football. Played last night, had a big victory for U-High. So 13 years old today, but Jackson, I love you. I'll still put that old man strength on you.
Yeah, you got a little
Make no
bit
mistake
to go,
about it.
I mean,
you're 5'10", 175.
Yeah.
I get it. Still put it on you, though.
Let's say he's almost taller than Dad already at
close.
13.
It's a close battle right now, but officially the father of a teenager.
How does that feel?
A little weird, saying it out loud.
Yeah, I can't really fathom what that feels like at this point. All sort of making out shenanigans are about to be going on around your house, so just, be ready.
Just got to worry about one, though.
Yeah, for now. I guess it's true. Mar, what's up, dude? How you feeling? What?
I'm feeling awesome.
It went over here.
Shout out to
4 kids. I don't understand. What were you saying, Mark?
Shout out to Jackson. Hope he has a happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, feeling amazing, man. Feels good outside. Told you before the show. Significant scoonch of fall. I'm gonna get to call 2 games this weekend. Very, very excited. Life is good, man.
I think we were getting into dollop this morning. It was kind of actively cool walking outside. I don't know.
It was a dollop last night.
I don't know when the sun came
Watching
up,
football.
but it was actively cool out there.
What other game you calling besides Saints-Falcons?
U-High and Rummel tonight.
Oh, that's right. Well, that's going to be a good one, right?
Yeah, it's going to be a great one.
I mean, U-High beat Woodlawn, I think, like 23-0.
Yeah.
I mean, shut out Ricky Collins.
And like a little Friday Night Lights. What was the best part about going to a Friday night football game when you were growing up?
Honestly, probably playing football, like the pickup games.
Like when you were young?
Yeah, around the stands.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Picturing yourself on the varsity team. Like those were good times.
Those were great times. Eventually that transformed into, the kind of flirting games back and forth with
As you got older,
group of girls and the group of guys, and one messenger maybe running over to the other group and saying this person likes that person, you're crushed because the person you like doesn't like you. Just, oh man, the shenanigans that used to take place in and around the bleachers, the dreams that were made and squandered. It's a beautiful thing.
And the
It
nachos,
really is.
the Tag Gormley nachos were awesome.
I knew food was coming.
Yep.
I knew food was coming
I
somewhere.
mean, who doesn't love good concession food, though? It's so good. It doesn't have to be quality because it is its own quality.
So the school that I went to, we were really good, but we were a Christian school, and we couldn't play any secular music to come out to. So they would, either play like a Christian song or they would play like Braveheart,
Now,
like
wait, hold on. By Christian
instrumental.
song, do we mean traditional or like
Kirk Franklin?
Were they hyped when like POD came out? And they're like, oh, snap, dude.
Oh,
It's Youth of the Nation time.
I think when I was in high school, that might not even been out yet.
Because that was my experience in high school when
Yeah, so I don't
POD
think
started
that was
getting
out.
big. My high school
It was like Kirk
strength
Franklin,
coach.
like stomp type stuff. But I'll never forget the year 2000, freshman year. They allowed us to play Foo Fighters. There Goes My Hero and T-Bob. It felt like the biggest moment of our lives. We thought that was the coolest thing in the world. We're like, C.E. Bird, you got no chance. And they didn't.
Oh, my God.
They got housed.
Oh, man. There's a montage of Brock Berlin as they play the song. That's fantastic. That is,
Brock Berlin and Scott Stapp were like boys.
No way.
Like Scott Stapp used to come to Evangel games all the time.
What?
Yeah, they were
Creed
because
lead singer?
Brock was born in Orlando and lived there for a little bit, and that's where they became friends.
And you couldn't even give my boy, the stadium couldn't even hook him up with a little Creed over the loudspeaker? I mean, that's crazy. If you got Scott in stadium, you have to play Creed. Also, it's very funny to think about Scott Stapp going to Shreveport for Evangel football games on a Friday.
Hey, we were talking to town.
Yeah, no, we're national champs for sure.
We were that year.
But it's still a high school football game.
That's fair.
Danny, what about you? Favorite Friday night memories?
Definitely the nachos concession stand.
Oh, wow.
Okay, wait a minute.
Stadium.
What a twist.
These nachos must have been hitting. Both of y'all answered the same nachos.
Well, it's important they have good cheese to chip ratio, I remember that having an excellent ratio. Way more cheese than chips.
Yeah.
And it was the little, like, cardboard thing holding them.
Yeah, top 5 bad feeling is when you run out of cheese and you still have a handful of chips left. You're like, well, what am I doing here, dude? It's awful.
Simplified Crawfish in the chat, and he tags me. I hated playing y'all at home. That music killed the vibe so bad.
So bad. You're my alpha, omega, beginning. I remember.
You didn't get down a little Kirk Franklin stomp?
No.
To get ready for a football game?
Now, our high school did not extend it into the football game. Although, again, like I said, my strength coach was beside himself with excitement when he figured out about POD. I listened to so much POD in the weight room the last 2 years of my high school. But I went to a Church of Christ high school. This did not extend into the game itself, but they're not into instruments. I don't know why. It's something about, does the Bible ever say? I don't know. The bottom line is it was all a cappella worship all the time, which was, it had its place, I suppose. Well, that returns. Mara called a little Friday Night Lights. Last night, we were treated to a little Rams-Bills, and, it was a, let's talk about it. Let's go ahead and go to break here. When we get back, we'll start to dive into last night's game, and then we'll dive into Saints-Falcons as well, preview what you can expect to see on Sunday. Keep it locked right here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Go to ITI Technical College, iticollege.edu, iticollege.edu. That is the website. Go enroll today. And look, I don't care what age you're at. You think you're too old? You think you just can't swing it anymore? Look, ITI Technical College, yes, you can. You can change your life by getting that AOS degree in just 2 years. And again, it doesn't matter if it's day, night, whenever. You're a full-time student. You get those classes, and, you graduate, like I said, in just 2 years, and you change your life for the better.
Yeah, if you want more information, iticollege.edu is the website. Remember, you can speak with admissions, 877-591-1070. We always tell you what they're going to do for you, which is get you to the finish line. As T-Bob mentioned, they are going to work with your schedule. They're going to make sure that they can help you get there. They're going to have the amount of classes, day and night classes, to be able to help get you to that point. So even if you have something full-time right now, go to iticollege.edu.
Our listeners fire off their opinions on the jimsfirearms.net hotline at 499-1045. Keep listening for your next chance to shoot us your thoughts with the jimsfirearms.net hotline on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Bayou Ford has $15,000 off MSRP on a new 2021 Ford F-150. All new Bayou vehicles come with a 1 million-mile powertrain warranty and free delivery. If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
Want more customers? Running Boards Marketing can help you get their attention. Imagine your brand's message on a giant LED billboard truck that can't be skipped and is nearly impossible to ignore. Running Boards Marketing is the leader in effective and affordable advertising on digital mobile billboards, which are 2 times more effective than traditional billboards. With a 97% recall rate, you'll leave a lasting impression with your customers. Visit us online at runningboardsmarketing.com so we can drive your message to where the people are.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals. But many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Oh, hey, what's up? It's Big D and Bubba, 100.7 The Tiger Morning Show. We'd love for you to join us every weekday, 4 a.m. till 9 a.m.
Yeah, everything you want in a show. Country music. We got laughs. We got celebrity in-studio guests. We just need you.
Join us every weekday morning, 4 a.m. to 9 a.m., right where it all started.
That's right. Louisiana's country station, 100.7 The Tiger.
ServiceMaster Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact ServiceMaster Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. ServiceMaster Elite, the trusted choice in professional cleaning since 1996.
Le posso offrire un caffè? Le posso offrire un caffè? Andiamo insieme da me, non c'è.
Friday, presented by Tex Morris and Edward Jones Investments. We're at Rufino's. That's right. Game Time, presented by Bet Rivers on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Friday, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., which includes Handy Tom.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Esther and T-Bob, the 2022 LAB Prestige Award winner for Best Sports Radio Show, ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to OTB. Speaking of my hero, I don't know exactly when this Missouri State game was because it was a no-context college football's Twitter account that put it in front of me, so could have been last night, could have been last week. I'm guessing it was last night. But check this out, Jake. Dynamic big boy return from our guy. I don't even actually know which team he plays for. Check this highlight out, though.
That's Missouri.
He plays for the Missouri State. He plays for Missouri State?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Appropriate song, because this guy is a bit of my hero after this.
I don't have the link. You talking about the one that texted me?
Yeah, it was in the group text. Okay. Yeah, I did feel like we talked about this like 2 or 3 minutes ago during the break. Okay. Glad that we're doing this on there.
I mean, Danny might as well be in Los Angeles again this week.
I know. I know. Danny, you checked out? Are you here? Are you locked in? Are you the LSU field goal protection unit right now? Are you Malik Neighbors trying to field punts? Because like Brian Kelly talked about yesterday in his presser, I still believe that you can do it, okay? And what did you think about that, Jake? It sounded like, I don't know if it was 100% confirmation, so maybe I'm hearing something differently. But it sounded like Brian Kelly said yesterday that they are not going to bail on Malik when it comes to returning punts. He had a solid week of practice, and they're excited for him to get back out there this weekend.
So the word that I got, because I was asking in the practices that I went to, I probably went to 6.
Now, that is kind of intentionally vague, to be clear. So I was like, did he mean returning punts, or was he just kind of speaking in terms of, like, overall play?
Well, I was just going to say, like, I went to probably 6 practices in that scrimmage as well, and I never saw it be an issue.
Yeah.
It wasn't an issue in practice. It wasn't something that he was, showing. Because I have been in training camp practices when you're like, who's going to return? And there was a reason that I was with the returners. Now, they wouldn't let me return it. They're like, fair catch this thing no matter what, no matter how much room you think you have. But, like, I used to have to go in there. I remember one night we went in the stadium, and probably against the rules during camp, for 2 hours once practice was over. Damn. All the returners had to go over with Todd Monken, who was the receivers coach, but he handled the returning duties. And we went on the jugs machines in the stadium for 2 hours after a camp practice, like an old school camp practice, like 2 a day.
Yeah.
We went over there, and we caught, 35, 40 kicks apiece. It was just, we'd go kickoff, punt. They had 2 jugs machines out there. And so I've been through that because they were trying to find someone with athletic ability enough to return that could catch them.
So it sounds like you're saying that you're cool with Malik still getting the opportunity.
In practice, he didn't show me. And again, I was there 7 times out of 30. But I never saw anything. And in a game like this, if you want him to be your returner, you got to give him some confidence. That second one, you could tell. You could kind of tell the body language.
Yeah, it was awful. He looked like a man defeated.
I'm talking about even like within the movement of him trying to catch it.
Oh, yes. He seemed a bit discombobulated. He horribly misjudged both. When you're talking about like calling for a fair catch but then falling to your knees to catch it, that should not happen. You should just be standing right underneath it. I think that it's kind of interesting. In a lot of ways, Malik Neighbors is a microcosm of the team as a whole, in that you don't want to, like the message that Brian Kelly's kind of been preaching here is you don't want to overreact to a week 1 sample size. You can't let this game define you. You have to get it fixed and come back stronger the next game. And so the same way you stick with Neighbors, you got to try to fix that field goal protection unit. You got to try to fix everybody who struggled a little bit. Even though something else that jumped out of the press conference, and sorry, y'all, I didn't mean to make this into a press conference segment, but we started talking about this and it popped into my head. He mentioned really wanting an offensive tackle rotation. Talking about how, Will Campbell's out there battling, but, at a certain point, starting to get a bit tired, still fighting his ass off, but, technique starts to go. He's young. Give him a little more help, a little more rest. So, Jake, when you hear rotation, again, we talked about yesterday maybe doing a thing where you bump Frazier out to tackle and then put Shorts in at guard. When you hear rotation, that could be a lot of different things, right? Does Doomerville get some reps somewhere in there?
I'm glad you said that because that was somebody yesterday that after we had that conversation and I was driving home and I was in my head, I was trying to piece together, because I talked about, Dellinger was your most efficient pass blocker. Do you move him to a different position, maybe a guard position because your guard struggled so much? Do you move some of your guards outside the tackle? Doomerville's somebody we didn't talk about in that conversation.
Yeah.
He was in that group that also that practice was rotating. It looked like a hockey shift. It looked like you were changing lines there. In that practice, you were there as well. It was like 3 and 3 and then 2 and 2. And so that's somebody that could also see some time at tackle. You don't necessarily have to bump Miles Frazier out to tackle if that's what you're trying to do.
So I'll be interested exactly what that tackle rotation looks like, who gets reps there, how they handle it. And again, it sounds like this is not something they just want to do because it's Southern. I think between that practice and then what Brian Kelly said yesterday, I think this may just be something that they're into, which is a bit odd maybe under like traditional football operation. You don't see many O-line rotations, unlike the D-line or wide receivers or almost any other position group on the field. You generally just keep the same 5 out there. Speaking of returning kicks, let's hope that Malik Neighbors can be as good as this guy, Jake.
Soundtrack of Top Gun 2. It's another one. Check out who's got the ball going.
Suliafu, here he goes across the 40. Still going into
Sounds like Scone.
Soundtrack of Top
Look
Gun.
at our boy, dude. For those watching, this is, I'm guessing, like an interior defensive lineman. He's rocking 44. So maybe
he could be a fullback.
He might be getting some fullback reps in for sure. He looks like a very large man of island descent, and he's got some speed, bro. A little bit of bowling ball to him here. Jake, I kind of imagine this is what you looked like when you were playing nose guard at Evangel back in the day. From like a speed to side mixture, speed to size mixture.
I was 253.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Let's a low to the ground 253 too. That guy's got a little bowling ball type of element to it.
Yeah, look, like I told Jackson last night because he was playing a little Nurgle. I'm like, stay low, fire out, and split the double.
What's Nurgle?
Nose tackle.
Oh, huh.
Yeah. So we used to call it at Evangel, a little Nurgle.
I have never heard that before in my life.
Yeah, I could call like 3 people right now. I'm like, hey, what did I play when I was 253?
Wow.
Nurgle.
The only time I've ever heard the word Nurgle, it is the god of pestilence in the Warhammer Fantasy Old World. And I believe in Warhammer 40K. Huh. Yeah, that makes sense, though. Kind of fat guy that fits in with Nurgle.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk a little NFL last night. Bills-Rams, how about it, dude? Thursday night debut. Unfortunately, we did not get that excited of a game. It seemed like maybe it was going to
for
be
a while.
10-10.5. Yeah, for sure. Good first half, even though maybe it looked like it wasn't going to be. Josh Allen comes out, 75 yards, 9 plays, just down the field, easy money. Couple picks here or there, kind of in between, especially one right before half. Now, one of them wasn't his fault. Receiver just dropped the ball straight into, was it Bobby Wagner's hands? No, straight in the linebacker's hands, but either way, a hell of a debut for the odds-on betting favorite to win the Super Bowl, to go into SoFi and come out with a 31-10 win. Now, I know that we should not overreact.
Yeah, I'm not going to.
Because it's week 1, but we probably should because it's week 1, and that's what you do. So was last night more about the Bills being good, or in a post-Whitworth, post-OBJ world, is it about the Rams being bad?
Okay, so I'm glad you said post-Whitworth. That was going to be where I started. When you look, we talked about LSU's offensive line pass blocking grades, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, listen to the Rams. Left tackle, 44.7. Left guard, 48.9. Center, 70.9. Right tackle, 51.1%. You know what their right guard, what his pass blocking grade was?
No.
6.9.
6.9.
Nice.
Wow. Funny and horrifying.
T-Bob, he was
6.9.
awful.
He's not even winning 1 of 10 pass blocking reps.
It was
1 of 20?
He was yelling, Leroy Jenkins back there.
Oh, my God, dude. I mean, I knew it felt
Oh,
like.
it is bad.
I knew it felt like the Bills dominating the trenches, but that's a step too far.
I mean, Von Miller was either sacking Stafford or hitting him almost every time.
One who's big 97, he was a monster.
Yeah.
Last night.
He got a holding penalty on defense, which they never call, and he was angry about it. Next play, sack.
I mean, rare is the game in which the interior guy gets 2 sacks, and that's exactly what happened. I guess that explains the 6 pass blocking grade.
That's him right there.
Yeah.
They're probably, hey, Whit, you look great on TV, looking real slim. It's great. You've always looked great. We're going to need you. We'll give you all the monies, even though we don't have them.
So Megan Money tweeted yesterday that maybe Witt's her favorite bald head in the entire world, and it does beg the question. If
Ooh,
you
I
were
bet
talking
that
about
crushed
the top
Matt.
5 bald heads,
Crushed him.
Who would be on that list?
I mean, Witt's had that since I've known him, really.
You know who I think should kind of be on there? Jarrett Jack. And the reason is he was just so smooth looking all over. Like there was no different, and maybe it's just because such a close shave, but like there was no like tan difference. There was no difference in coloration from his head to his face, much like Wiss. It looked like one beautiful single like matte color. Who else would be on that list? I mean, I guess you can't make a ball guy list without MJ.
Jordan Hasselbeck on top.
The Rock.
Okay. The Rock maybe goes on there for sure. Stone Cold maybe.
Oh yeah, Stone Cold for sure is on there.
Got to put Stone Cold.
He made it known that if you have a shaved head, you have to have a goatee or a beard.
It seems like Jarrett Jackman ends up getting pushed off this list. Troy LaBeouf tweets Sean McDonough.
I had Sean on yesterday.
Oh, really? What were you talking about?
Yeah, he's got Tennessee Pitt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I don't know if he falls in this Mount Rushmore. Sorry, Sean.
No, I'm not putting him on.
I don't know if you remember this name. Jarrett Johnson. He played edge for the Ravens. He played for us in San Diego for a year as well. Great bald head.
Two JJs on the list. We'll see. We'll keep workshopping it. Okay, look. So
Urlacher, before he got new hair, he was on that list.
Urlacher's new hair. That's another list. Freakiest new hair: Drew Brees or Brian Urlacher?
Wayne Rooney.
Or Wayne Rooney. I think it's still Urlacher for me.
Because we knew him as a bald man.
Yeah.
His entire career.
That is true. I guess
like
Brees
Drew was
bald
just balding, like
yes.
he was thin.
That's a good point.
Yeah, he's had some widow's peaks.
Yeah.
We knew you, Brian, as a bald man.
And then he just shows up on TV with nary an explanation, which is the other part about it.
I mean, he's in the Hall of Fame of bald heads.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I think he deserves in this top 5 list. Look at that Mr. Clean-looking MF.
Without even a beard.
Wow. It just kind of makes you hungry for, like, chocolate. But good bald head does, like white chocolate or just, and you know what I'm saying?
A bald head makes you want chocolate?
Yeah, like a Hershey Kiss, like something smooth and like got that good kind of soft texture, but not too soft. You know what I'm saying?
No.
No. Nobody.
Y'all? Am I wrong?
No, but I nominate Goldberg to be part of our list. He's an elite bald head.
You're next.
There you go. That's a good one.
And guess what, Goldberg? You're next on this list.
Bruce Willis, as Nookie says.
Man, y'all heard about what happened with Bruce Willis here recently? He is having.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if it's like Alzheimer's or dementia, but something along those lines. And so the reason why he's been churning out all these movies, it's a bit of two minds, right? Some people are saying that basically his handlers forced him to, like taking advantage of him, so they could.
Colonel Tom Parker from Elvis fell to it, huh? Making him do stuff.
Yes, that is one view on it. Others are saying it's kind of what he wanted because whatever, he just wanted to cash as many checks for his family as he could before he had to stop acting. But yeah, have you seen him in anything recently? Word is he had to have like earpieces in his ear where they were just telling him his lines. It's sad, man. A legend of the game. But yeah, I could put. Maybe I don't want to put Bruce on that list. Because balding Bruce in Die Hard is one of my favorite Bruces. Like
he was holding on.
A young balding, a Hudson Hawk from Fifth Element Bruce. Like I really like that Bruce
Fifth
Willis.
Element. Oh, great movie.
I still need to sit down and watch it as an adult. I saw it as a kid. I feel like now I'd have a much deeper appreciation of its weirdness.
Yeah, Chris Tucker, great in that one.
Okay, so on the game last night, look, Josh Allen very much looks like the MVP candidate that we thought he would be. The Buffalo Bills very much have a feel of a team that feels that they are the odds-on Super Bowl favorite. I mean, they go into SoFi, they beat up on the Rams. And again, to overreact, which, never forget the Packers game last year. Lost 38-3 to the Saints. They were completely fine. But, Jake, that was a Rams team that just didn't feel terribly threatening. Without OBJ, Cooper Kupp got his. Cooper Kupp dominated.
He did.
Nobody else really threatened you offensively. I didn't quite watch the game close enough to see where Aaron Donald was. I mean,
they
did a good job of scheming him up.
Game plan.
Yeah.
Every time he was on the center, when he was on the guard, the center was meeting him at some point.
And the thing is, now there's no, and now unlike the end of last year, there's no Von Miller. If you're going to focus that much attention on Aaron Donald, there's no Von Miller to come get after you on the edge, and you saw the impact that Von Miller had now being on the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, I've had to block him in practice for a year. That's not a fun year of my life. He has not lost a step at all. I mean, Von is Von.
You know who whooped his ass back in the day in the Cotton Bowl? Joe Barksdale.
Joe Barksdale
made himself a lot of money that day. Dude.
Foster Moreau got drafted off what he did against Myles Garrett against Texas A&M.
Don't you love that? Like, the other guy is so good that if you could just manage to have one good game against him, then you can.
I mean, Foster had a hell of a career, but I'm saying, like, scouts, every time I talked to them, they were like, oh, we know. We saw the A&M tape.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, that was their memory of it.
That's how the game works. But
so
I don't know. Are you worried, dude? Like, do you think do all of a sudden do the
So to your point, offensively for the Rams, like, Robinson had 1 catch for 12 yards.
Yeah.
Like, he was nowhere to be found. Like, even Higbee had 5 catches for 39, but he's been such a big red zone target for them, and you were just waiting for that moment. It never came. Like, Robinson has to play better if the Rams want to be the team that they were a year ago. It can't just be Cooper Kupp. Now, he had 13 catches for 128. He got his, like you said.
Yeah.
15 targets, 13 catches. So even when they were trying to force it, he was still finding a way to catch the football. They got to have
touchdown catch too. Toe tap.
it was. He got 3 feet in. They don't have the running back room to be able to not have a receiver step up. They've got a good running back room. They don't have a game-changing running back room. I mean, Cam Akers, 3 carries, no yards. Henderson had 13 for 47. So they just don't have that ability. And their offensive line struggles are going to be the telltale of everything. Now, they did better in the run game, but if you can't protect your franchise quarterback, it doesn't really matter what else you're doing. And when you're blocking at a 6.9% as a professional football player, and when your highest is 70 and no one else is in the 60s, and you got 2 in the 40s, it doesn't really matter. Like, Robinson didn't show up last night, but if you can't block and you block at that level, it doesn't matter who your quarterback is, it doesn't matter who your running back is, it doesn't matter that you have one of the top 3 receivers in all of football. It just doesn't matter.
Well, and Matt Stafford, while still being very good, is not at the point in his career where he can really help mask too much of that with just raw talent. I mean, remember, he tied for the league lead in picks last year. And, again, it's the O-line's fault. I mean, I agree with you, Jake, mainly, but he looked like the quarterback at the end of the season that everybody was so worried about before the playoff run. Remember, going to the playoffs, there were, like, major doubts about whether or not Matt Stafford was that guy that could win with the form that he was currently in. Now, obviously, credit to him. He proved those doubters wrong. He got a ring. But just the Rams, if I'm a Rams investor, I'm feeling a little low today. Has this changed your NFC West power rankings at all? Because I think because of the Trey Lance factor, a lot of people would have had the Rams winning the division.
Right.
Kyler in Arizona are kind of weird to try to know what to expect because there's a new Call of Duty on the horizon.
That's true.
Seattle's obviously garbage now.
Yeah. I don't know. And I know that a lot of shows did it yesterday, and I figured at some point we would do it today because we host a show so we can kind of cheat a little bit as far as giving like their division winners and who's going to make the playoffs and who's going to win the Super Bowl. I'll be damned. Like the West to me is intriguing because the 49ers have a damn good roster.
Like they should be the best team. The Niners should.
It's
just
all
a
on Trey Lance.
Question. Yes.
And then Arizona's got pieces where they could either be really, really good or they could be awful because it's just the dynamic there. Can't figure it out.
Well, and also, obviously, like we said, how good is the new Call of Duty? How good are the updates to Warzone? If you're a Cardinals fan, these are all things that you have to take into account. Also, be careful. You do not want double XP weekends when you're playing a division rival. You will struggle. All right, when we get back here, let's talk a little Saints Falcons coming up Sunday in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Whatever, we got the Caesars Superdome now, punks. When we get back, more Off the Bench.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Go to DonaldSonGlassandBody.com. DGBAuto.com is the website. Look, man, all your towing needs, you call up our friends over there at Donisville Glass and Body. Since 1977, they can get you back on the road safely, quickly, and affordably, okay? So any mechanical work they need, as simple as an oil change, you got a funny noise going on, anything like that, you go to Donisville Glass and Body, let them get you right at a, again, not trying to cheat you or exploit you, taking care of just what you and your vehicle needs.
DonisvilleGlassandBody.com, as T-Bob said, since 1977. The thing we always tell you about Donisville Glass and Body, doesn't matter what's going on with your vehicle, even if you just need a tune-up, an oil change, new tires, tire rotation, new windshield repair, whatever it might be, like they can handle it. They have all the latest technology in everything that goes on with your vehicle to be able to handle whatever it is going on with your vehicle. DGBAuto.com, DGBAuto.com.
In times of need, get a full list of phone numbers, websites, and other important emergency information on the Demco Stormwatch page at 1045ESPN.com.
When I was a boy, I spent my days climbing trees, catching fish. Barefoot in the river I walked, listening to crickets, counting stars. This was home. After my stroke, I wondered if I'd make it back to the people and places I love. But I got the right doctors with Blue Cross coverage. Your card matters. Your home does too.
There it is, the extra mile. On the border of expected and extraordinary. For those willing to go further. Like vans customized for work or play. With safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Shop,
Order curbside pickup online or with Rouse's Market Shopping app and let Rouse's personal shopper shop for you. Curbside pickup is free and you pay the same price for groceries as in-store. Use code SAINTS20 and save $20 on orders of $100 or more. That's curbside convenience. Shop a style.
Oh, yeah!
I'm Jay Ducote. I grew up learning how to cook at LSU tailgate parties and right in my own backyard. And I created JD's Louisiana products to bring that Louisiana flavor to you at home for your backyard cookout. JD's Louisiana barbecue sauce, Louisiana molasses mustard, spicy and sweet barbecue rub, and more are available at your local supermarkets or by logging on to jducote.com/shop. Put in promo code CST for 25% off at checkout.
It's no secret. The best oysters in Baton Rouge are at Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar. Enjoy mouth-watering South Louisiana flavor and oysters from all over the country. And don't forget our nightly drink specials. Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar, located in downtown Baton Rouge.
Eli's always been into grilling. It took us a while to see it, but the signs were there.
What are you doing, Eli?
I knew grilling was my thing. I have been talking about it throughout my career.
Happy with the results?
I am. Got the new grill from barbecueguys.com. It performed great.
My advice, as I always told my boys,
do more of what you were born to do.
Barbecue Guys. For those who
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
What's happening, y'all? Welcome back, OTB. The weekend is here. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Started off right last night. Great cigar tasting at Don Juan last night. Played a little D&D, watched a little NFL football. It was a great night. Tonight, we chill, kick it. Brand new Rings of Power. Let's go, dude. The fantasy renaissance continues. Rings of Power tonight, House of Dragon on Sunday. Ooh, great time to be a nerd and be alive. Let's talk a little Saints Falcons. As before House of Dragon coming up Sunday, you may be privy to another beatdown of sorts. Or at least, Jake, this is where I really want to pick your brain, your NFL brain here. Because when you look at this Falcons roster and this depth chart that they just released, it is objectively awful seeming, right? Quarterback, Marcus Mariota. Running back, Cordero Patterson's good, right? Wide receivers. Drake London may or may not play. I did go on Atlanta radio yesterday. They seem to say they think Drake London will play. But if he does not, you're talking about Kadar Hodge, Olamide Zaccheaus, Brian Edwards, and then you got Kyle Pitts. You have fullback on the math. You got Jake Matthews, like whatever. So no names all across the offensive skill positions. You look on defense, the one player I've heard of is Grady Jarrett.
Yeah.
You ever heard of Anthony Rush?
Nope.
Richie Grant. Okay, AJ Terrell's on there. But is AJ Terrell good in the NFL?
He's been pretty good so far.
Okay, he has been pretty good?
Yeah.
It's tough after what else you did to him back in the day. But the point is, if you put the Saints roster and the Falcons roster next to each other, I feel like if this was a college matchup, we would be talking about how these Saints should cover like by 10 or be favored by like 10 or half or 11. What is the spread right now on this?
It was 5.5 last I looked.
Okay, and so the reason why I bring that up, what is it about the NFL? What is it about this Falcons team right now that has this at 5.5 when you have a Saints roster featuring like Jarvis Landry, Mike Thomas, Alvin Kamara, Jameis Winston on defense. You have Cam Jordan. You have Tyrann Mathieu. You have Marshawn Lattimore. Like, you have actual guys. How is it 5.5?
Well, because they still got Jimmys and Joes. Even though we don't know them, we don't cover the Falcons. We cover the Saints. And the Saints have more, names that I think everyone across the league would know, but they're still going to have guys on that roster. Like A.J. Terrell, look, we know him because Jamar Chase put him on his highlight tape.
Yes.
I mean, when Jamar got drafted, it was really like, hey, here's A.J. Terrell time and time and time again, right? But he's actually been a really good player in the NFL. Casey Hayward's played a lot of football. He's been an all-pro. It's just that was on the other side of his career, but he's somebody that has that in his past. You mentioned Grady Jarrett. So I think we could go down the list like Jay Matthews, right? High pick, Kyle Pitts. People are calling him a generational tight end.
Kyle Pitts is a beast.
They just don't have the totality of a roster that can compete with someone like the Saints. They have pieces, and that's why you see a spread that's less than a touchdown because they still have – guys that have got, Marcus Mariota is on the, obviously he's trying to bounce back. He's on the other side of whatever we thought maybe he could be, but he does have talent. Cordell Patterson, kind of jack of all trades. So that's why you see that. And I was talking about it, was that Monday or Tuesday? We were talking about when you're preparing for an NFL game, you don't even really care about the opponent's record. Like, that's not even something you think about, look at. Because you know that like your individual matchups, like whoever's playing safety, is going to be assigned to Kyle Pitts. You think they care that the Falcons roster is awful?
No.
No, they're thinking about Kyle Pitts. I mean, if you're going against Jake Matthews, do you care about the Falcons roster? No, Jake Matthews, pretty damn good left tackle. So that's kind of the difference.
And this is still the time of year, too, when everybody has hope and belief in themselves, and you haven't yet fallen flat on your face. Like, remember how good the Panthers thought they were for a little bit last year before kind of reality caught up with them? Still, when I look at this matchup, this is a golden opportunity for everybody on the Saints team. You have so many people that are trying to prove themselves come Sunday, right? Jameis Winston trying to prove that he can be a franchise quarterback in this league, that he could be a top 10 guy in this league, and that 30-30 year, which weighs so heavily on him, that 30-30 year was the exception, not the rule. This is his chance. Like, for all the talk of it being put up or shut up time for Tua in Miami or Jalen in Philly, make no mistake, Jameis Winston is in the exact same boat in New Orleans. Like, you have surrounded him with weapons. You have given him everything. Now he has a good defense. It's a good complementary team.
Right.
An elite field goal kicker. We'll see how Gillikin does over another year, but Gillikin seems like a very good punter. So he has a complete complementary football team, this time with elite skill weapons. So yes, Jameis Winston has to prove himself. Dennis Allen has to prove that 9-27 record or whatever it is from his time in Oakland. And that, too, was just the byproduct of being a part of an awful organization and a byproduct of him and a byproduct of maybe his youth, right? Like, he kind of said it himself. Like, he was very young at the time. He was very much thrust in to that, and it all happened very quickly. Can he prove here that he can be a successful NFL head coach? And then you even get into, like, Pete Carmichael. Which, when you talk about replacing, okay, they asked me this on Atlanta radio, and I'll ask it to you, Jake. What is the biggest issue with replacing Sean Payton?
I would just say the in-game situations are going to be something that he was so elite at and he had so much experience at and he came on the other side successful at, and now you're trying to find someone that does not have that success. Also at the coordinator position, you're trying to find somebody that on a 3rd and 9 doesn't start flipping the play sheet and knows what he wants to go to because he's been in that situation so many times before.
So I kind of said the same thing, right? But that is going to be on Pete Carmichael to prove that, at least from a play calling and theory standpoint, that because I agree with you. I feel like Carmichael will ease the actual offensive mind. I do think, like you said, I think you lose the play calling experience. I think you lose a little bit of the respect and kind of cachet that Sean Payton carried around, right? If things start to go bad, I'll be interested to see how the team continues to respond to Dennis Allen. But the point of all of this is so many people have reached this point in their life where this is now their second opportunity maybe to go out there and make people believe in them, and you get a pretty favorable draw to start this thing off. Like in this league where every single win matters, 9-8 puts you playoff adjacent, 10 wins gets you in the playoffs. You have a golden opportunity to go snag one of those wins on Sunday against a team that relative to the NFL is lesser than you. So go make it happen. Do not blow this like you did against the Giants last year, or the Panthers early on last year. That ends up biting you in the ass and being the reason why you do not make the playoffs. You have to take advantage Sunday in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium and beat down on the Dirty Birds.
I mean, I'm right there with you. You do have an opportunity. The NFL is the NFL, but still, like, you have a rival. It's the first game. You're on the road. You have this new roster you're excited about.
Yeah.
Jameis, we know, is going to be excited. He got hurt last year, didn't finish the way that he wanted to because of it. You have no excuses not to go in and win this game. And so, yeah, you should have some juice to it as well.
All right, when we get back, wrapping up hour 1 of OTV. Keep it locked.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
I want you to go to GEAUXroofs.com, GEAUXroof.com. 927-8300 is the number, 927-8300. That's Go Roof, y'all. The reason why they spell it GEAUX, well, it's because they're from here, okay? And they understand some of the unique situations that your home and your roof can be put in. We are, entering weather season here. I want you to lock this number in, 927-8300, because if you think you're having any issues from a storm or maybe before the storm rolls in, just call them up. It's very easy to set up a time, and you can get a free professional estimate. Then you make a fully informed decision about what you want to do next. And look, if it's a big job and insurance covers it, excellent. If it does not, well, don't worry. They will work with you to find monthly payment options that work for you. So when you work at Go Roof, not only are you going to get quality work, 2-year workmanship guarantee on top of the manufacturer warranty, you're going to get a beautiful new roof every single time.
This week on dropbiscuit.com or wherever you listen to podcasts is our new series, Pops, the Louis Armstrong story. Pops is brought to you by New Orleans & Company. Check out neworleans.com and come visit New Orleans.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has $12,000 off MSRP on all new 2022 Ram Black Widow trucks in stock. All new Bayou vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty and free delivery. If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou is going to do right by you.
Oh, hey, what's up? It's Big D and Bubba, 100.7 The Tiger Morning Show. We'd love for you to join us every weekday, 4 a.m. till 9 a.m.
Yeah, everything you want in a show. Country music. We got laughs. We got celebrity in-studio guests. We just need you.
Join us every weekday morning, 4 a.m. to 9 a.m., right where it all started.
That's right. Louisiana's country station, 100.7 The Tiger.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals. But many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time.
In the prep football season, and we get started Friday night at 6 with Louisiana Prep Preview, presented by the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. Catholic High and Warren Easton kick off at 7, immediately followed by the Lake Urgent Care Lake After Hours Louisiana Prep Scoreboard Show on YouTube, Your View, and 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
What's happening, y'all? Welcome back to OTB. T-Bob, Jake, Mari, Danny hanging out with you, getting ready for a football weekend. Football Friday underway today. Mario, Dick Condon came up and handed you a note. What was this note about?
So this is about a game, according to Dick Condon, a game that brought smiles and relief for Tigers fans, at least for a few hours. 17 years ago tomorrow, September 10th, 2005, LSU 35, Arizona State 31. I believe this was the first game after Katrina. I remember watching this game in Guatemala, thinking LSU was going to lose until they didn't. Jamarcus Russell hits Doucette in the end zone on fourth down. Excellent memory.
Dude,
it
unbelievable game.
A wild game. It was Les's first game. I was a sophomore. We had our first game against North Texas canceled. We're supposed to play Arizona State at home, and basically the week of, they're like, no, we got to play it in Tempe if we want to play it. And the Fiesta Bowl, they did a fantastic job, T. The Fiesta Bowl took it over. They handled all of our travel.
Nice.
It was first class all the way. Stayed in a fantastic hotel. And, and during that time, we had family members of our roommates from New Orleans staying in our WCA apartment. It was just a wild time. And so Fiesta Bowl takes care of all the travel, and we knew what we were playing for. We knew we were playing for just 3 hours of relief, from everything that was going on back home. Very emotional time. Some players didn't even know where some of the extended family members were. Yeah. Wild time. And so that game and the way that game played out, I was telling y'all before, block a field goal, block a punt, score on both of those, hit early in the end zone and at the one of the last plays of the game. All these things had to happen, but we felt like that was just meant to be. It's hard to explain. No matter what, you felt like you were going to win that football game for the state of Louisiana, and God, the feeling of it was pretty incredible.
It's one of the few games I remember exactly where it was. It was at my boy Justin Gentili's house in the basement, watching it. He had a little weight rack room in his basement thing, and I remember bumping into it and almost knocking over, just going absolutely insane. Also, boys, 17 years?
Chill.
Look at this footage.
Chill.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Want more customers? Running Boards Marketing can help you get their attention. Imagine your brand's message on a giant LED billboard truck that can't be skipped and is nearly impossible to ignore. Running Boards Marketing is the leader in effective and affordable advertising on digital mobile billboards. which are 2 times more effective than traditional billboards. With a 97% recall rate, you'll leave a lasting impression with your customers. Visit us online at runningboardsmarketing.com so we can drive your message to where the people are.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
ServiceMaster Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact ServiceMaster Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. ServiceMaster Elite, the trusted choice in professional cleaning since 1996.
I'm Jay Ducote. I grew up learning how to cook at LSU tailgate parties and right in my own backyard. And I created JD's Louisiana products to bring that Louisiana flavor to you at home for your backyard cookout. JD's Louisiana barbecue sauce, Louisiana molasses mustard, spicy and sweet barbecue rub, and more are available at your local supermarkets or by logging on to jducote.com/shop. Put in promo code CST for 25% off at checkout.
It's no secret, the best oysters in Baton Rouge are at Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar. Enjoy mouth-watering South Louisiana flavor and oysters from all over the country. And don't forget our nightly drink specials. Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar, located in downtown Baton Rouge.
Eli's always been into grilling. It took us a while to see it, but the signs were there.
What are you doing, Eli?
I knew grilling was my thing. I have been talking about it throughout my career.
Happy with the results?
I am. Got the new grill from barbecueguys.com. It performed great.
My advice, as I always told my boys,
do more of what you were born to do.
Barbecue Guys, for those who were born to grill.
You want cheese on your burger, Pops?
I'll take a little cheese.
Good morning. It's 8 a.m. on Friday, September 9th. Your government taco forecast in Baton Rouge. Expect to see cloudy skies with a high of 85. You can follow the rest of today's show on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at OTB_ESPN, or catch us on YouTube at the 1045 ESPN channel and subscribe for daily content. Hour number 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, starts now.
Let we go.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Hey, P, they said I got to come off the bench.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. Yo.
My top 5. I'll ask you. What's happening, y'all? Welcome back to OTB. T-Bob, Mario, Jake, and Danny hanging out with you. Football Friday, which means we will be passing off, right?
Like it away.
That's right, dude. Hanny and Ruffino's chewing delicious steaks right there into the mic, making your mouth water a little bit. Dick Dixon's on that show now, right?
I believe so.
On Fridays?
He's on something.
Not that we would know.
No.
Dick.
Dude moves out to Central and
that's how it goes.
Never
That's how it goes, bro.
hear from that human again.
I mean, you know how it is. You know, it's a long ways. You know, next thing you know. And you know what? You start with the best of intentions, right?
Yeah.
It's like when I was living in New Orleans and people moved to the North Shore. Oh, we'll still hang out. Sure, right? Nope. Never see him again. Goodbye. You've gone on.
The only time I see him is in old highlights, a national championship game.
Yeah, which make you feel like you need a pair of glasses. I still can't discern whether or not what we just witnessed was what standard definition
There's
looked
just
like.
no way.
Or I'm thinking like maybe I've gotten older, my eyes have gotten worse. In an HD, it doesn't show up as much. So now that I'm seeing SD, I feel like maybe I do need glasses.
I mean, there's just no way.
Wait, by the way, rerun that tape because look at this. Who is this? Down 17-14 in the fourth. You need a big play. Jacob Hester on the block, dude. Let's go. What is that, a true sophomore?
Yeah, true sophomore.
A true sophomore, Jake Hester. And who returns it? Of course, the surfer boy.
The roomie.
Craig Stelz.
Man,
Look
we
at
went
him.
crazy. So me and Stelz were roommates for the first 3 years I was here. Like to be able to have your roommate pick it up and score and take the lead in that game, man, that was a cool moment. One I'll never forget for sure.
Who was Arizona? You look at thick too right there, Ball. Who was Arizona's is it you that came in there? No. Who was Arizona? Who's Arizona State's offense? How did they overcome all these special team mistakes to still be about to win?
Sam Keller, the quarterback?
Kelly, that's what it was.
That dude was a beast. It was Keller, I think.
Had a visor, looked the part.
Yeah, that dude was
I think
a
he
beast.
finished his career at Nebraska, maybe?
Wasn't he
Or
really
started at Nebraska?
tall?
I knew it was something with a K.
You're thinking Brock Osweiler at Arizona State.
I thought he was too, though. Maybe not. Either way, that's cool, man. Look at that block, dude. Bill Baggett says TVs are stretching the pixels, and they have to look this bad unless you watch on a CRT. Oh, okay, that makes sense. So I guess
So it's not just that I'm old as you know what.
yes, this film on a true CRT television would not look as grainy
Okay.
as it does here. Okay,
Danny,
that
does
makes
it
me
look
feel a bit
as
better.
grainy for you on the computer?
It probably would on the
Yes.
computer.
Okay.
Yeah, it probably definitely would on the computer as well. I think anything like he's saying, any new sort of screen. It's like if you try to play an N64, like a Super Nintendo or something on an HD TV without one of those CRT adapters.
God, I thought that moment was so cool for the team or whatever. In like every situation, like that was, I can't even describe the feeling because of what it meant to so many people and us as a
Yeah,
team
man.
and everything. And
State needed that.
it was, that's a poor fake handoff by your boy right here. That just, you can't even describe it. You can't describe what that moment and knowing that back home was still bad, but just for, like I said, 3 hours, like you get a little escape and you get a win like that.
Also, did anything set the tone more for the Les Miles era of LSU football?
That's fair.
That man's ability to pull out a long, and I say ability because at a certain point, like if it keeps happening, I guess you have to say there's something going on, but it feels like they're all just very lucky individual moments. But like that man's ability to look like you had him dead to rights, then somehow find a way to win at the end of the game, undefeated, dude.
It should have just set the table of what to expect.
Yes, it did. Exactly, dude.
Dude, that team right there.
Tom Moffitt always says it's the best team.
It might have been the best team I was a part of. 06 we were good in 06, dude. The team that played Notre Dame in the Sugar Bowl, if there was a CFP, we would have won. We'd have won. I mean, we won in 07. We would have won in 06. This team, Hurricane, the Tennessee game on a Monday night, you blow a lead. I understand that.
Remember where I was for that game as well. trying to make out in my basement.
You lose in the SEC championship game to Georgia. You didn't have a bye week because of the hurricane. If it would have been a normal season for that team, I would have loved to. We beat the hell out of a top 10 Miami team in the Peach Bowl.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I mean,
Remember
we beat them bad.
Yeah.
Like
both on and off the field.
We did. In the tunnel, we got it as well. Like 3 of my victories that I remember just the other team not being able to compete was Miami, Notre Dame, and Ohio State in those 3 bowl games. It was different.
Yeah.
Like a different speed, different athlete, and just felt different.
Yeah, that was kind of the beginning of the end for the U in a lot of ways.
Is this a good thing or a bad thing? Y'all tell me. I've always wondered this. So I was a slappy in 05. I was a fullback, and I played running back if we were up or whatever. You know, I'd get a fullback dive here and there.
Yeah.
I was a starter, but fullback. And in that game, they had moved Devin Hester to running back. And then in that game, like 5 running backs either go down, fumble, miss a protection, whatever, and I got in. And the headline in one of the Florida papers was the wrong Hester showed up. I've always kind of been like, I don't know. I don't hate it.
Dude.
I don't hate it. Like, yeah, it's basically like this slappy Hester showed up and not Devin Hester.
Dude. Wait, hey, replay the early touchdown real quick, Danny. I got to see that thing again, dude. I mean, back of the end zone. I remember exactly where I was, just stressing out, hands on the hips, worried it was all over. You got to love the 4th and 10 big balls, too, to just go ahead by J-Rock and just sling that thing into the back of the end zone.
He had such a good one.
Not the back, it doesn't look like, but still. I was a bit surprised he didn't roll Jaden out more. Right? Get him on the run a bit more.
Did you see the edges?
Yeah, I guess it's fair, but as an O-lineman, I feel like sometimes that's like easier than a traditional pass block. Like your boy used to get hyped for a good razor. Just run right.
Was it razor and
yeah,
laser?
Yeah, we called it razor. Yeah. Just run right. Yeah. I mean, it's easy, dude. Just run right and know they're going to boot back the other way. So, like, literally, as long as the guy steps around that way, you should be fine.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, you would know better than I as far as what that does for you and your leverage on an offensive line. Obviously, as a running back, like we were trying to seal the edge on a razor, laser, whatever it was. We'd have the end guy with the tackle. But you would know. I mean, if you're getting beat, that seems like you're saying that would be a better case for you.
They did it with, I mean, that's what Florida State did, and quite a few times, and it worked out well for them. I don't know. It was just sometimes I think it makes the blocking scheme a bit easier. It also forces the defense to account that you're not just going to be forming a traditional pocket pass rush every single play. Just some things to look for maybe this weekend. Like, what did they do with J-Rock right there? A little razor action.
He did. And he had the arm strength to throw it across his body for a flick of 43 yards. That was a 43-yard flick.
It's an easy little flick. Yeah. Easy little flick with everything on the line. Like you said, an entire state's hopes and dreams on the line, and he just made it happen. All right, let's get into our top 5 NFL games of the weekend. Jake, I've amassed my list. You have amassed yours. I think there are a clear best 5. To be fair here, or no, never mind. Saints are in the mix. I would put the Saints in the mix here, as terms of being eligible. All right, my first game on this list, and these come in no particular order.
Okay, good.
No. We're not. I'm not weighting them 5 to 1. That's a ridiculous exercise.
Okay.
In no particular order, I got Raiders Chargers because of course.
Yeah. That's going to be in my top 5 as well. Yes, Raiders, Chargers, Raider hate week. Don't like you. I like you, false tomorrow. I don't like the Raiders. Hate the Raiders. Hate everything about the Raiders. Both teams I played for, their rival, the Raiders. Don't like you, but you're good.
In LA.
This is going to be in SoFi. It's going to be a game that last year, if you would have won, you would have gone to the postseason. If you would have tied, you would have gone to the postseason. Right? Remember that? On timeout, all that. Yeah. Yep. Justin Herbert played one of the best games I've ever seen in my life in that game in a loss. Okay, you got to revenge that loss. Can't wait for this one.
Yeah, it's going to be that's going to be a banger. In SoFi, let's see if SoFi's cursed. Let's see if this Charger roster, which is supposed to be so good, can they live up to it? And then really for Justin Herbert, dude, it's just about winning at this point. Everybody knows he has all the physical skill set. They know he's going to put the stats up. He's just had early in his career a lot of kind of wild, bad beat losses and like pissed away leads. And so let's see if he can start the season off right. Next on this list, I mean, if you live in this part of town, you always get excited for this team. And this is a bit of an AFC North, who's the big dog now matchup. Got a little Steelers, Bengals. How about it, dude? Joey B back in action. Joey B against Mitch Trubisky, best quarterback clash of week 1. Hands down. Number 9 versus number 10.
What is a Nickelodeon MVP and the other is not?
Very fair.
Yeah, that's factual. I can't even argue that because that is actually a stat that you can use.
And it's MVP, not Nickelodeon MVP. It's MVP.
Yeah, I know what he meant.
It just runs together.
Don't you know, though, and at least from the outside looking in, no one, and I mean nobody, is talking about the Bengals going back to the Super Bowl, winning the AFC. They're really like, can they win their division against the Steelers and the Ravens?
Yeah.
This roster got better in the offseason. They actually have an offensive line that has a pulse, right? They didn't lose any of their weapons on offense. Like, they got better in the offseason. Another year for Joe and Jamar. I mean, all of that. But nobody's talking about this team right here. And you know how Joey B is. You know what he thrives off of, having a chip.
Yeah.
Can't wait to watch this one. It would be in my top 5 as well.
Any worries, Joey B post-appendix? Less of a man?
No.
Okay.
No. I don't think that's one thing you have to worry about with Joe Burrow, him being less of a man.
That's not a thing with losing your appendix either, is it? Like,
what?
Less people say you're less of a man. Like,
oh no, bro.
No,
I just mean he had like a
oh.
literal body part taken out. So by definition,
I mean, there's a lot of people that have had that taken out.
No, I know, but by definition, you are less, like mass-wise, you are literally less of a man. That's the joke. Thank you for making me explain it there. No one's like, well, you don't even have your appendix.
You're welcome.
You beta
But don't
cuck.
you know what I mean?
You said that like you got a
nobody's
vasectomy.
talking about them.
Yes, everybody, nobody's talking about the Bengals because already it feels ridiculous that they made the Super Bowl last year and it feels like a fever dream. You don't expect them to do that again. Josh Allen and the Bills are way sexier. You still have Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs. Like, yeah, but to your point, we all know watching him firsthand, Joey B is Captain America. He is the guy in the Marvel movie, the good guy that always wins in the end, and he will kill you while doing so. And so, yeah, doubt him at your own risk. That said, I'm excited to see my boy Troops up in Pitt. Okay? I think he's going to surprise some people this year until he gets benched.
Boy Troops.
Until he gets benched for Kenny Pickett, he's going to have a hell of a year. Number 3 on my list, your boy, Kirk Cousins. Packers, Vikings. How about it? Little NFC North battle, dude. Aaron Rodgers with a interesting offseason, right? Going on a bit of a journey of self-discovery. I think he's actually become a lot more likable. I think people can cut both ways with that, whatever your opinion is. But then the bigger story here is probably, again, Kirk Cousins and the Vikings and O'Donnell being there. O'Connell, thank you. Kevin O'Connell being there now and whether or not he can unlock that Viking team to its full potential. And what do the Packers look like without Devontae Adams? Still, this is going to be a great one.
Yeah, this one's in mine as well. I mean, there's some great matchups in the NFL here this week, and everyone's picking Green Bay to go to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl. I can't get there right now. You lost a top 5 receiver. Now, Aaron's been able to show in his career that he can throw to a lot of different people. I mean, Ty Montgomery, wearing 88, was his starting running back for like 2 years, and he found a way to win. So I'm not doubting what A-Rod can do, but I just don't know about that roster being as easy and saying, yep, for sure, they're going to be in there because everyone's kind of putting them and the Bills already in the Super Bowl. I like Minnesota. Y'all know that. I've talked about their roster. I think their offense is about to be on. Why? Like, I just don't understand why I can't have teams and y'all can. And certainly you.
I'm still going to clown you.
Just because I don't like the teams.
You clown me for Mitch Trubisky. Do you not? Yeah.
Do you think Mitch Trubisky's like in the same, like you're being
yes, I think Kirk Cousins is 2 degrees above Mitch Trubisky, but that's it. Mitch has not been put in positions to succeed, okay, Jake?
He's only the number 3 overall pick.
He never had,
Not that Kirk Cousins was a 3rd or 4th round pick and RG3 was the 1st round pick and he's still in the league.
They gave up everything to get Mitch. The Bears front office is objectively awful. We know this. He never had a Jets or a Thielen. Okay?
My point is, I can't even think a team's going to turn a curve without it being my team and your boys.
Yeah, it is your boys.
Okay, sure. I'll take that. I'll take that. They're purple and gold. I'll take it.
I'm going to walk in on Sunday to your home, and instead of Charger gear, you're going to have one of those stereotypical Viking helmets on, and you're going to be sitting there doing that. Plus, I know your ass Liked Iceland in the Euro a couple years ago, or whenever it was. Huh? True or false?
I liked Iceland.
Yeah, in that Euro when they went on that great run.
I mean, not really.
Well, that's on you because it was awesome. The Skull Chant was so sick. It was super.
I mean, it was great, but I wasn't rooting for them.
Minnesota does an awful job with the Skull Chant. They need to get way better.
I root for the U.S. if it's a world competition. If it's a Europe competition, I typically go like Ireland.
Oh, wow. So were you celebrating yesterday with the rest of Irish Twitter?
Oh, my gosh. You stop that right now. I am
Your
not.
boys
Good
celebrating
God.
the death of a monarch. Way to go,
Anyways.
Jake. You need to really think about who you're hanging out with.
Minnesota in this contest. It is the highest or second highest ticket in the NFL to get into a game this week. Fans are excited. It's going to be a great atmosphere. Can't wait for it.
Is he really second highest ticket?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Behind Chargers, Raiders.
And also, those are two franchises that hate each other, like loathe each other, Saints-Falcons style, and Aaron Rodgers has owned them, I feel like, traditionally. So, and I remember Aaron Rodgers in that PMT interview was talking about how tough Mike Zimmer was to play against. Well, we're now in a post-Mike Zimmer Viking age. Let's see if it makes it any easier.
I got a game that's going to be on my list, and it's probably, I know it's not going to be anybody else's list, and it's because I enjoyed Hard Knocks so much this year because of Dan Campbell, the grit, because, learning the stories. Maybe I got full because they're supposed to. They're supposed to make quarterbacks look better. Jared Goff looked really good in those joint practices with the Colts, and I'm buying a little bit of Detroit. I love the style. They're not going to make the playoffs, but, dude, if they can just be better, and they're playing the Philadelphia Eagles, I'm looking forward to that matchup. I am a Jalen Hurts believer.
Me too.
31-44 last year, 16 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, completed 63% of his passes, ran for 784 yards and 10 touchdowns as well. I forget who it was. Somebody. Maybe it was Matt yesterday. It was just like called him a fraud or didn't belong in the NFL, something like that. Like, that is ridiculous. Like, Jalen Hurts has continued to make strides in his NFL career, and I think this year he's really set up for success. They finally gave him a weapon. No more Jalen Rieger there. I mean, he's now with Minnesota. They got him and Jets.
Yeah,
but now they got A.J. Brown. He is a real, true number one receiver. He's got a top-tier tight end. I'm excited to see what the Eagles can do.
Devontae Smith's solid, too. He had a really good
for sure
rookie
he
year.
is. Yeah.
The thing about
you go from Jalen Rieger to A.J. Brown and pair him with him, that's the difference.
The thing about Jalen Hurts, too, why I always believe him, is he has all the intangibles, which sounds very cheesy, right? But, like, in terms of leadership, everything, with everything he dealt with at Alabama, watching a fan base turn on you after you've been, like, a two-time SEC Player of the Year or whatever it was, and then going to Oklahoma, transferring at a time that was good for your old school and good for your new school, bringing that new school to the playoff.
Yeah.
Like, yes, I am a believer. And I think a little bit of it is just because I've calcified so hard against my Bama friends who just hate him.
Yeah.
Like, their amount of loathing for him is absurd considering what he brought them.
I agree.
And so we've gotten into so many arguments about whether he's a legit NFL quarterback or not, and I need to be right. I need him to be good. So I hope the Lions get their ass kicked, actually. In Detroit, though, nothing like the Lions being able to start off their season by disappointing their fans.
Whoa. Too gritty to be pretty, okay?
Look.
It's going to be ugly, but they're going to be there.
I think it was Lebs at the beginning of Hard Knocks who was kind of laughing about this, where it's like, he keeps talking about, and everybody likes Dan Campbell, certainly, because he's awesome. He's a meathead. He got great
What did Lebs say about Dan Campbell?
Well, he was just saying it's funny because, like, they keep talking about how, like, we're going to fight our ass off no matter what, blah, blah. And they're like the guy that just keeps getting the crap beat out of him in every fight. But he keeps fighting, dude. He's still throwing hands, but he's just getting dropped at the bar every time. And then he's still getting back up and talking to be like, try me again. Next time it ain't going to happen, dude.
Nope.
I mean, is that wrong, though?
He's wrong. He is wrong.
No, dude. All right, my final two here, and then we'll we've been very long here. Bucks Cowboys on Sunday night.
No, I still got one more there. Oliver Twist.
Okay, relax. You're so aggressive with this Oliver Twist shirt. It's a Star Wars shirt. Look.
Okay, that makes it pretty cool.
It's got a margarita with a lightsaber.
I like it.
Bucks Cowboys Sunday night. Obviously, big brands, couple teams, playoff teams. Okay, great, good, whatever. And then I don't know for my fifth, Jake. I think I'm actually landing on Patriots Dolphins because I'm fascinated to see what the Patriots offense looks like in their weird OC decisions that Bill Belichick has made. And then obviously Tua has been one of the major storylines. The game is in Miami as well. So those are my top 5 NFL games of the week.
All right, I've got one more game that I'm looking forward to. And I'm going to go with a game that you were joking about, Cleveland and Carolina.
Oof.
I want to see
Woof.
Baker Mayfield go out there and ball out. And I know it's the Panthers. I know it's a South Division rival. I don't want them necessarily to even win a game. I got whatever. But I want to see Baker Mayfield go out there, ball out, and then maybe if he pulls something like he did in Lawrence, Kansas a couple years ago where he tells everybody exactly what he thinks about the situation, like I would laugh if he just did that to the Browns sideline. They traded their entire franchise for Deshaun Watson. Baker had gotten them to places they hadn't been in a very long time. You can say what you want about Baker Mayfield, but as a former athlete, and everybody in this room can appreciate this, just to be able to give your old team the you-know-what.
Yeah.
And go out there and show, hey, you made a bad decision.
Well, and especially because Baker put it on for the city and tried to play hurt, and then they overly judged him for playing at like 50%.
Yeah.
Right? Like he would have been, his entire career would be looked at differently.
He had a torn labrum, didn't he, last year?
Yeah. If he had just set out too, we would still be looking back at 2 years ago and we'd be like, oh no, he's a pretty good quarterback. Now everybody thinks he sucks. And guess what? He easily won the job over Sam Darnold. Like that's why I was so disappointed when he went to Carolina. Happy for him personally, I suppose. But Carolina had weapons. It's just a matter of can somebody get with those weapons. Baker Mayfield should be able to. So yeah, I'm with you, bro. I hope karma comes to the Browns and I hope they beat the hell out of the I hope the Panthers beat the hell out of them.
It'd be so much better if it was in Cleveland.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah, you're right. I know. That's why I was like, he can look at the sideline and give him, the gesture. He can't do it to the crowd because it's his home crowd now.
This is not a top 5 game, but another interesting storyline. Monday Night Football, Broncos at Seahawks. So Russell Wilson immediately in game number 1, fresh off the Broncos, giving him the big money extension, saying, we believe in you, Russie. He goes back to where, his legend was forged. It's a beautiful thing.
I'm not buying the Broncos like some people are putting them top tier. Like I think they're going to be improved because how could they not be? But just I can't quite get there with the Broncos like I can with some of the other AFC West teams.
Well, yeah, we're going to see. That AFC West ain't no joke. All right, when we get back, let's talk. I have it on the document here. Dabo being overpaid. I want to get into some of these college games this weekend as well. And I got some best bets coming for you a bit later on here from the Alpha. Keep it locked right here on OTB.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Go to All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge.com, All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge.com. You go there today, get that Sienna of your dreams. 2022s are astounding, y'all. And actually, if you want to go check out some of the great deals that they have, go on All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge.com. It's right there on the website. You can kind of start your journey, navigate, see, okay, maybe this for me. There's like Military Appreciation Month going down. You can actually, there's chat boxes right there on the website where you can start to talk to people. Or if you're a face-to-face person, just go see them off of Airline Highway. Just go pop in, talk to them too. They can offer you All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge.
Yeah, once you go over there, you can customize any new vehicle. T-Bob always tells you, murdered out many, black on black on black, where you can do whatever you want. And it can be not just the Sienna, it can be the Sequoia, Highlander, whatever that you're looking for. You can customize it in that process. Go to allstartoyotaofbatonrouge.com to check out more information, per day rental prices as well. allstartoyotaofbatonrouge.com.
Our listeners fire off their opinions on the jimsfirearms.net hotline at 499-1045. Keep listening for your next chance to shoot us your thoughts with the jimsfirearms.net hotline on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Oh, hey, what's up? It's Big D and Bubba, 100.7 The Tiger Morning Show. We'd love for you to join us every weekday, 4 a.m. till 9 a.m.
Yeah, everything you want in a show. Country music. We got laughs. We got celebrity in-studio guests. We just need you.
Join us every weekday morning, 4 a.m. to 9 a.m., right where it all started.
That's right. Louisiana's country station, 100.7 The Tiger.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
ServiceMaster Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact ServiceMaster Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. ServiceMaster Elite, the trusted choice in professional cleaning since 1996.
It's no secret. Join us for a Football Friday edition of Hunt and Hill. Get you ready for LSU Southern. Michael Rothstein on the Saints and Falcons and the full slate of SEC football. Hunt and Hill 1 to 3 weekdays on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Esther and T-Bob, the 2022 LAB Prestige Award winner for Best Sports Radio Show. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Shout out Mr. Worldwide. Welcome back. OTB, T-Bob, Jake Marr, and Danny hanging out with you. Got a funny video I want to show you. Here is Tyson Fury. I guess I never know what's going on in the boxing world. I guess Tyson Fury is trying to get Anthony Joshua to agree to a fight. Anthony Joshua doesn't want to do it because he terms of the deal. So Tyson Fury, he invoked the help of a few friends to help to pressure Anthony Joshua into his fight. To be clear, this is Tyson sitting with some guy who does some incredible impressions. The impressions are so good, I thought it was worth playing. Here it is, Tyson Fury.
I'm just here with Donald Trump. What do you think, Donald, about this fight with AJ?
Well, it's got to happen. I mean, there's a lot of pressure on you, AJ. You got to sign the contract. 60-40, it's very fair. It's extremely fair. Sign the contract. It's not that hard.
Mike, what do you think AJ should do in this fight?
Well, simple. Sign the contract. I mean, it's going to be the British mega fight, the Battle of Britain. Come on, AJ. I'm a heavyweight legend, and I want to sign this contract if I was in my prime, you know, so just do it.
Joe, what do you think he should do?
What are you waiting for? What I think you should do? I think you should sign the contract. Come on. We want to see this fight. Everybody wants to see this fight. Come on. It's what people want. You keep saying it. Everybody says it. Sign the contract, Anthony. Come on.
Rob, what do you think he should do?
Well, like everybody's saying, he's got to sign the contract. Come on. What's the matter with you? I'm talking to you. AJ, I'm talking to you. Sign the contract. Get a little pen. Sign it. It's that simple. What's so hard about it? What's the matter with you? Come on.
Hey, Al, what do you think of this fight? I think they gotta just sign it. Eddie, what are you waiting for? Anthony, what are you waiting for? It's a hell of an opportunity. Sign it. Hoo-ha! We're gonna get the biggest. Give me a hoo-ha. Hoo-ha. Hoo-ha! Hey, Dad, what do you think of this fight? I tell you what, son, what he has to do is sign that contract. What are you waiting for? Come on. The biggest fight in British history, and you're gonna sign it, son. Come on, AJ. Eddie, come on, sign it. We believe in you, AJ.
Yeah, it was pretty fantastic, especially when he started to get into the Scorsese trio there with a little, Joe Pesci, and De Niro, and Pacino, all very sharp. Also, sneaky impressive, the impression of Tyson Fury's dad. If you've ever seen Tyson Fury's dad speak, that is literally exactly how that man sounds. It kind of bums me out, man. I feel like I haven't watched a big Tyson Fury fight since the Deontay Wilder, and it looked like after that fight, there are many more big boys to come, but maybe not. That was a masterclass, though. All right. Jake, I don't think, did we talk about Dabo's contract on this show yet?
I think it broke after we finished, so you talked about it probably with Aaron.
Yeah, so it broke right after we finished. So Dabo Swinney, in case you missed it, so Nick Saban makes 11.7, right? Kirby Smart got paid 11.2. Well, Dabo Swinney, having more national championships than Kirby Smart, but less than Nick Saban, just got 11.5. I will start here. Is Dabo Swinney worth it?
So anytime you have a national championship, you're going to be able to use that to your advantage because there's just not a lot out there. There's only 4 coaches currently coaching, I believe, no, 5. There's 5 because Mac. There's 5 coaches that currently coach that, have actually achieved that. And so when you have one of those and you're still winning, you're going to get up there towards the top because, look, Mel Tucker is making, like $9.5 million, right? Okay, Mel Tucker hasn't won one. David Shaw makes $9 million. Okay, doesn't have one. James Franklin, $8.5 million.
I know Stanford has more money than God, but the James Shaw contract was crazy and crazy. Or excuse me, the David Shaw contract was crazy and crazier by the day. Because does Stanford show any sign of being good again? I mean, we're going to see this Saturday. When we talk about our best bets, that's actually one that I got playing this Saturday. They got USC at Stanford. But, that defense looks really bad. The offense, I guess, has a bit of a pulse this year. But I don't know, man. I get why David Shaw got the paid originally, but I don't expect him to be there too much longer. Though it's tough to say what the pressure is actually at Stanford, too.
And there's some challenges to that job.
No doubt.
Certainly, as we know.
No doubt. But we've seen people he's been really successful there before. Okay, but yes, keep any more coaches? You said Franklin. Anybody else throw in that mix?
I mean, not really in the top 10. I mean, look, Lincoln Riley makes $10 million a year. Lincoln's made to the playoffs a bunch, but you're waiting for him. BK's up there with $9.5 million. He's made the CFP. Ryan Day's up there at $9.5 million. He's made the CFP. How about Jimbo? He's actually tied for 7th, I believe, in this season, and he does have that national championship that we're talking about.
He has a natty, but it is a one-off, and he does not have a CFP, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, that natty was, it's sadly, Jake, that natty is starting to enter Mac Brown natty territory. In that I don't really know that you can use it as too much of a negotiating piece when you get to the contract table. You know who still can use that piece? Dabo Swinney. And here's what's crazy, because look, I agree. If you're saying that it's a bad contract because you think Clemson is trending the wrong direction and you don't know how Dabo's going to project long-term, that is all fine, and I'm not going to push back against that. But if I'm Dabo's agent, I'm saying, okay, well, that's opinion. Let's get into the facts. Look at his resume, bro. Dabo's resume as a head coach, 151-36. He has an 80 win percentage, 807 win percentage. He's 11-7 in bowl games. They've made 4 college football national championships, and they're 2-2 in those games. 6 of the 8 years, Clemson has been in the playoffs. They played the second most playoff games. They played in 10 to Alabama's 13. They are 6-4 in those 10 playoff games, which is obviously very hard to do. You're kind of supposed to lose those by design. He's only 3 years removed from playing for a championship, only 2 removed from the playoffs. And if you look at the first 15 years of a head coaching career, only Bob Stoops and Urban Meyer won more games. Look at 2015 through 2020. runner-up, national champion, Final Four, national champion, runner-up, Final Four. Okay, that's 6 years there. So the point of all of this is, I get it. In the transfer portal NIL era, Dabo seems to be rejecting the very things that can maybe end up causing his downfall. But also, it is a little shocking, Jake. I mean, it was just 2 years ago that he was playing against LSU in a, or 3 years ago now that he was playing against LSU in a national championship format. Like, you are only really one down year, and as we keep talking about, it was a 10-3 year. So, like, I don't think, and what if Klubnik's good? Like, what if they had a good quarterback right now? What would we be saying about Clemson?
Well, here's the deal about Clemson, too. Like, where were they before Dabo? Like, you have to take that into account as well.
True.
He has gotten them to a level. I mean, it used to be a verb that we used in college football for what Clemson would do and how they would lose games and kind of the craziness that would come with it, right? Okay, well, he has stabilized that program and then some. Like, love him or hate him, however you feel about him. Like, for Clemson, he has been by far the best coach that they've ever had.
Yeah.
And if a down year is going to be 10-3 with losses to the national champ, the ACC champ, and then a road loss in overtime to NC State, okay, well, I think we'll take those down years. And so Dabo getting this money is no surprise. When you look at this list, just what he has as far as skins on the wall. I mean, because look, Lane Kiffin's making $7.25 million. We mentioned Jimbo. Mario Cristobal's making $8 million a year. He has a .500 record as a head coach in college football.
Cristobal's a grifter, man. Cristobal's got a little bit of snake oil salesman in him. Like, if he doesn't win at Miami and an ACC that it's easy to win, how does he keep getting these jobs? He must do a hell of an interview, dude. And look, on Dabo, this is going to see us. We're going to see how he is. How is he post Venables? Right? How is he now that he's going to have to finally work with some new coordinators? Time will tell. You know what ain't going anywhere, though, Jake? Dabo, even if he's awful. Let's say 2026, 3 or 4 years from now. Let's say Clemson just completely craps the bed. Everybody transfers out. You enter disaster territory. You want to fire Dabo? $57 million buyout in 2026.
Yep.
If I'm Dabo, I'm actively trying to not get fired for cause, but I'm trying to do my job so badly that I get fired and you have to pay me $57 million not to work. Also, to be clear, I shouldn't be casting stones because glass houses. We're married to Brian Kelly for 10 years. Like, if you fire him at any point, you have to pay him the entire deal as well, I'm pretty sure. So it's wild, man. It's a good time. If you don't care about your family, it's a good time to be a college football head coach.
Yeah. Now, also know this. There's a grind to get to, being a college football head coach. I mean, we could go back in the history of these guys being GAs and, I mean, even Nick Saban, like, you're a GA and you got to go through, the NFL, and then you kind of come back and you take over a lesser program, and then you go to Michigan State and you continue to parlay that. Lincoln Riley, I think it was East Carolina. Kirby Smart, I've seen it. I've seen when he was like basically the assistant DB coach at LSU in 2004. Brian Kelly, Grand Valley State. So you got to get to that point. You got to be successful. There is a grind
it ain't
to
easy.
it.
Nobody's saying that. But you can
No, I'm not. I know, but I'm just saying it is a profession that, yes, you make great money if you get to the top. Not a lot of family life, a lot of stressors, a lot of big decisions, and so obviously that comes with it.
Which is why I love what Coach O's doing now, because he's the one person that is acting like all of us would when we get that big buyout. And that, okay, man, just go enjoy it. Just go chill for a little bit. You don't have to be like Gus Malzahn and immediately go back to coaching college football. All right, when we get back here, let's talk about some of the top games of the college week and keep it locked right here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. In times of need, get a full list of phone numbers, websites, and other important emergency information on the Demco Stormwatch page at 1045ESPN.com.
As a community bank, B1 Bank invests in relationships with the people and businesses we proudly represent. Our B1 bankers are here to help simplify the complicated, understand your needs, and make managing your finances easier. At B1 Bank, we offer an array of solutions to help simplify your transaction needs. B1 Bank, one highly personal banking experience. Visit us online at b1bank.com for more information.
ITI's got all these programs. Once I started and learned everything about the school, it was worth it.
The challenges that ITI presented me with, it allowed me to build myself up.
All because of ITI, I actually was able to get a job within 3 months before graduation in my field.
Get the hands-on training you need for the job you've always wanted. With so many companies hiring right now, it's the perfect time to come to ITI Technical College. Enroll today for a better life.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has $12,000 off MSRP on all new 2022 Ram Black Widow trucks in stock. All new Bayou vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty and free delivery. If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou is going to do right by you.
Eli's always been into grilling. It took us a while to see it, but the signs were there.
What are you doing, Eli?
I knew grilling was my thing. I have been talking about it throughout my career.
Happy with the results?
I am. Got the new grill from barbecueguys.com. It performed great.
My advice, as I always told my boys,
do more of what you're born to do.
Barbecue Guys, for those who were born to grill.
You want cheese on your burger, Pops?
I'll take a little cheese.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
I'm Jay Ducote. I grew up learning how to cook at LSU tailgate parties and right in my own backyard. And I created JD's Louisiana products to bring that Louisiana flavor to you at home for your backyard cookout. JD's Louisiana barbecue sauce, Louisiana molasses mustard, spicy and sweet barbecue rub, and more are available at your local supermarkets or by logging on to jducote.com/shop. Put in promo code CST for 25% off at checkout.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
Light beer shouldn't taste like water. Miller Lite.
NFL is back. Our coverage starts Sunday at 10 a.m. with Magnolia Bluffs Football Sunday with Jimmy Ott, immediately followed by the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers at noon, right here on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Esther and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Couple quick segments to end the hour here. Hour number 2, Off the Bench. Before we get into hour number 3. ESPN College Game Day. I was thinking about this, actually, before we get into College Game Day in Alabama, heading down there, Jake. Alabama looking as unstoppable as ever. The Queen died yesterday. RIP, right?
Mm-hmm.
Rest in power, Queen. But you know what it reminded me? All reigns must come to an end. And the same way that the Irish were dancing on her grave yesterday, I look forward to dancing on Nick Saban's proverbial grave. I don't mean when he literally dies, obviously. I mean when he retires from coaching football. But the same way that the Queen looked like she never would, she too got defeated by Father Time. And so too will Emperor Sabin one day. Just know that. We will not always live under the heel of crimson oppression, unless you're really old and you're kind of like going to die soon in the next few years. I'm sorry. Could be any of us, to be fair. So some of us will live. You get the point, though. The point is, one day Nick Saban will no longer rule college football. And I look forward to that day. But as Aragorn said, outside of the Black Gate, it's just not this day. On this day, Alabama's going to go into Texas and just tear them apart piece by piece in front of their home crowd and display their intestines on the walls. It's wild, Jake, that you could have two. Well, I guess Texas is ranked in the coach poll, not the AP poll. But two teams here, and Alabama. College game day is at a 20. Is it 20 and a half? It's still a 20 and a half
20 and a half.
on DraftKings? 20.5 point favorite, which I didn't really think twice about. I went and took Alabama to cover. Where are you at?
I took Alabama as well.
Okay.
I expect, because one of the things that Nick does really, really well, he's going to have his team feeling like they've been disrespected. He finds a way. Even though they're a 3-touchdown favorite, he will sit there in front of his team and he will tell them, College game day is coming to a game where we're number one. Texas is not even ranked in one poll, and they think this is going to be the best game of the week.
See, but I feel like ESPN's not even trying to sell you on that. They it's so obvious. They're just going for the brands. They want to be in Austin.
I don't care what ESPN sells. I'm telling you what coach is selling to his team.
Oh, I'm sorry. I see what you're saying. Yes.
One of the things, I mean, he does it so well. And look, he's going to church it up. He's going to do it better than I can because I don't know what he's going to say, but I've been in that meeting room. I've been in that chair when we've played a team that, we were better than, even the SEC game, and he would always find an angle to feel like we were being disrespected. Like when we were playing like Ole Miss in 2004 and Mississippi State in 2004, they were bad football teams, but he would always find a way and find something that we could take from that game, and he would use it as motivation. I mean, we were playing like the Jefferson Pilot game against Mississippi State in 04, and I remember him being like, this is what they think of you. They're putting you at 11 a.m., time slot where people aren't even watching football yet. It's a home game. Tiger Stadium is supposed to be played at night.
Wow.
I mean, that's what he does. He's going to have his team believing that they are being disrespected, and every narrative that you can imagine.
Chances are they're not going to fire a cannon through a Bryce Young jersey. I don't think so, at least. Not after last time. All right, when we get back, let's close out hour number 2 of OTB.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. This week on DropBiscuit.com or wherever you listen to podcasts is our new series, Pops, the Louis Armstrong story. Pops is brought to you by New Orleans & Company. Check out neworleans.com and come visit New Orleans.
Bayou Ford has $15,000 off MSRP on a new 2021 Ford F-150. All new Bayou vehicles come with a 1 million-mile powertrain warranty and free delivery. If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
They said I was small, weak, said my heart wasn't strong enough. But I showed them what heart looked like, again and again and again. Mom got me the right care, the right doctors with Blue Cross coverage. Don't let people tell you who you are. Show them the right card, the right care.
There's nothing better than tailgating, but it can be a lot of work. So why do it yourself when you don't have to? Let Revelry Sports and Entertainment set up your luxury tailgate on campus. Order what you want and just show up to party. Book your tailgate today at revelryteam.com. Revelry Sports, the official tailgate partner of LSU Athletics.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Oh, hey, what's up? It's Big D and Bubba, 100.7 The Tiger Morning Show. We'd love for you to join us every weekday, 4 a.m. till 9 a.m.
Yeah, everything you want in a show. Country music. We got laughs. We got celebrity in-studio guests. We just need you.
Join us every weekday morning, 4 a.m. to 9 a.m., right where it all started.
That's right. Louisiana's country station, 100.7 The Tiger.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
ServiceMaster Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact ServiceMaster Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. ServiceMaster Elite, the trusted choice in professional cleaning since 1996.
It's no secret, the best oysters in Baton Rouge are at Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar. Enjoy mouth-watering South Louisiana flavor and oysters from all over the country. And don't forget our nightly drink specials. Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar, located in downtown Baton Rouge.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
Moscona inviting you to join us for a Football Friday edition of AFR presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. We'll pick the biggest games of the week with Phil Steele, the Riot Radio Hours guest picker. Join us, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
That's how I'm doing sets of 3 and 5, like 475 on the back. Yeah. About step-ups back in the day. Jackson's getting that age.
Shout out Coach Moffitt, step-ups.
Shout out to Coach Moffitt, the legend. Tommy. Coming up next hour on OTB, we got our guy, the Godfather, coming on at 9:15. Little Lock of the Week preview. Going to be a ton of fun. He'll lay out what him and Hanny got going on today. We'll get some best bets for over the weekend. Top 5 maybe best college games to match your NFL. Are we going to should we go ahead and pick our, before the NFL season starts, we should go ahead and pick. We can make our NFL predictions and see where we land on division winners, conference winners, all of that stuff. Famous Jameis in the Bayou Ford YouTube chat. What up, dude? Welcome in. Glad to have you here. And besides that, there's nothing to really talk about in the chat. Jake, college game you're most looking forward to over the weekend?
BYU Baylor.
Yep.
Now Florida.
More than Florida Kentucky.
Florida Kentucky's right there. It is right there on the very. I mean, we can get into, if you want to, coming back next segment, maybe the 5 games that we're looking forward to. BYU Baylor is just such a massive opportunity for BYU. BYU and Baylor, they know each other. Those staffs have coached together. They've been together. I mean, they are very familiar with one another. So I'm excited to see how BYU handles hosting a Baylor team like that, knowing
Grimes.
that they have 20, either 19 or 20 starters coming back from a 10-win team for BYU.
They're my best bets. So
BYU
we can discuss
is?
that. I'm not going to say who is. The game isn't my best bet.
Okay.
I'll tell you which way I'm leaning when we get back. And we'll see how late Rivers is. Keep it locked here Oh, no, TB.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Go to rejuvamemedical.com. Restore me, refuel me, rejuva me. You want to feel younger, better, more energy going into your everyday life, the ability to work out longer, the ability to recover faster. Like everything that you associate with your youth. Well, it's not unattainable, okay? At Rejuve Me, they're going to draw your labs. They're going to figure out exactly what your body needs. Where is it sufficient, right? Then they will customize a plan for you to get you where you want to be. So, Jake, I don't care if you're male, female, 20, 30, 40, 50. Go into Rejuve Me Medical today.
RejuveMeMedical.com is the website. Check out that full list of conditions they can treat, because it's more than one thing. It's more than two things. I mean, we know there can be multiple things that can pop up for you. And I also encourage you to give them a call. Tell them what you have going on, and they're going to tell you what they can do for you. 225-230-4201.
There it is, the extra mile. On the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further. Like vans customized for work or play. With safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Order curbside pickup online or with Rouse's Market Shopping app and let Rouse's personal shopper shop for you. Curbside pickup is free and you pay the same price for groceries as in-store. Use code SAINTS20 and save $20 on orders of $100 or more. That's curbside convenience. Shop a style.
Oh, yeah!
Follow us on Twitter at 1045ESPN to cast your vote in the Citizens Bank and Trust Poll of the Day. Vote daily inside Off the Bench, anytime. Hunt and Hill. And after further review, Citizens Bank and Trust brings you the Poll of the Day via Twitter at 1045ESPN.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
I'm Jay Ducote. I grew up learning how to cook at LSU tailgate parties and right in my own backyard. And I created JD's Louisiana products to bring that Louisiana flavor to you at home for your backyard cookout. JD's Louisiana barbecue sauce, Louisiana molasses mustard, spicy and sweet barbecue rub, and more are available at your local supermarkets or by logging on to jducote.com/shop. Put in promo code CST for 25% off at checkout.
Eli's always been into grilling. It took us a while to see it, but the signs were there.
What are you doing, Eli? I knew grilling was my thing. I have been talking about it throughout my career.
Happy with the results?
I am. Got the new grill from barbecueguys.com. It performed great.
My advice, as I always told my boys,
do more of what you were born to do.
Barbecue Guys, for those who were born to grill.
You want cheese on your burger, Pops?
I'll take a little cheese.
Le posso offrire un caffè? Andiamo insieme da me, non c'è.
Call Mr. Electric today for electrical repairs, upgrades, and installations.
Good morning, everybody. It is 9 a.m. on Friday, September 9th. Your government taco forecast in Baton Rouge, cloudy skies with a high of 85. OTBOT, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, starts now.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Hey, P, they said I got to come off the bench.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. Yo, yo, yo.
Yo, what's going on, yo? Welcome in. Welcome back. Off the Bench, hour number 3. T-Bob, Jake, Mario, Daddy, and Rivers now hanging out with you here in the Mercedes-Benz Baton Rouge studio. Rivers, welcome. What's going on? How you feeling? Friday, weekend.
It is.
Hell yeah, dude.
I don't know. My days have all been, off this week. I don't know. Because everyone was off, or I guess y'all weren't off Monday, but most people were off Monday.
Yeah.
And then Kevin was also off Tuesday. So then,
nice.
my whole week just sort of got...
Gotta love working for a corporation, right? You get things like paternity leave, holidays off. It's a good deal.
Oh, no. This building had plenty of people that were off.
Well, I mean, okay, look, to be fair, in this instance, I get it. We can't be off on Labor Day after the college football debut. We can't be off when it's LSU, FSU on a Sunday night. We got to be on.
I was just clarifying, this building was empty outside of
just you guys.
Yeah,
ESPN.
It was just the boys in here hanging out, having fun.
Y'all are essential.
Yes. Yeah, it's COVID.
Yeah, we learned during COVID that we are essential.
Rivs.
Hey.
Trip to the desert this week.
Oh, I was like,
Mississippi State.
Yeah.
Heading out to Tucson, I believe. I don't actually know where Arizona is. I know Arizona State's in Tempe.
Yeah.
Excellent question. I don't know. My dad is there, so that's
Tucson?
exciting.
It's in Tucson.
Tucson?
Okay. Well, how do you feel about being favored by 2 scores in Tucson?
What is it?
11.5, Mississippi State.
Oh, okay.
How about it? People are feeling the Bulldogs, dude.
I mean, you both sat here last week and told me that there's no way we could lose that game.
Yeah.
So, is it surprising?
No, I think Mississippi State's good. I have no idea.
It's hard on Arizona. Arizona was 1-11 last year, but they completely got rid of their team, and they have more new players than any team in the country.
Oh, really?
They
I
do.
didn't know that.
And then
So
they
that
go
could
out.
be good, though.
Well, they looked really good.
But they looked really good against San Diego State, who won 12 games a year ago, returned most of that team. They were opening up a new stadium, and they finally get it after playing in Q Nasty for so many years. They get a new stadium, and Arizona ruined it.
Hester's so disappointed that they didn't play well in a new
I
stadium.
am, man, because I had to play in that you-know-what hole that they had to play in for so long, man. It was an absolute dump, and they finally found a way to get a new stadium, and they just didn't play well.
So then maybe what you guys are telling me is that y'all were very sure last week that we definitely should win. There's no question. And now maybe there's a little...
No, I think you win. I just don't know about coverage.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm in the same boat.
I mean,
if anybody can handle Pac-12 after dark, that's not in the Pac-12. It's Mike.
Well, we basically played Pac-12 after dark last week.
Fair.
I mean, our game didn't start. We played a couple minutes, and then the rest of the game started at 9:30.
Well.
So it was,
And then.
We were just preparing.
Just 1 week later. We arrived.
I know. How are y'all feeling about that?
Not great. After watching that first game, actually. It feels much more like a coin flip affair.
Yes.
I was hoping
I'm feeling like
this
that
Mississippi
as
State
well.
game would feel like LSU, okay, this is one you got to get in the FC, and it still kind of is. If you want to go 4-4, that is probably true. This is one that you got to get, but it feels like more of a coin flip. We will see.
I feel the same way. I mean, it was kind of one of those games that I was excited that people were coming to Baton Rouge for, like my friends.
Yeah.
But it would just be one of those games where we tailgated and we had fun and we kind of knew what was going to happen game time. Now,
Getting a little juice. Getting a little juice. Feeling a little good, dude.
We'll see. I mean,
All right, so let's go ahead then and dive in. Jake, I got 3 best bets for the week, and this could kind of coincide with the 5 best games, and not everyone actually would have on the 5 best games. How about this? In Arkansas, big game, 2nd week in a row, and this is brought to you by DraftKings. Shout out, man. Shout out DraftKings. Go ahead and sign up for the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Promo code Baton Rouge. Remember last night, if you bet $5 on that game, you get $200 in free bets. They got all kinds of excellent promos going on constantly. When you sign up, you have not yet. Promo code Baton Rouge. My neighbor did last week. Got the $200 in free bets. Won 5 of the bets. So now he has a nice little nut to play with the entire football season. All right. South Carolina at Arkansas. Jake, the line was at 8.5 when I chose it. Where are you going? I want to know. I want to ask you. I know where I landed, but I want to ask you to see if we line up.
No, I've got South Carolina plus 8.5.
Let's go,
in
dude.
my picks
Okay, I
I
feel
sent
better
the
now.
DGen Dome last night.
Let's go, dude. Okay, I haven't looked at all the picks yet, to be honest. I got to document them in the season.
No, I mean, it's not even say that Arkansas is not going to win the game, but for South Carolina, I thought there were some good things. And again, I already went on my spiel. Beamer ball is real. They showed it in week 1 against Georgia State. Georgia State, a good enough team to kind of get a sample size of maybe what South Carolina is going to be. Rattlers got to be a little bit more efficient, but Arkansas played a physical-ass game against Cincinnati. That wears on you for a couple of weeks. Again, I think they probably win the game, but I like South Carolina 8.5.
All right, next. I don't know if you're going to like this one, Jake. USC at Stanford. USC favored by 7.5.
Hey, the best bet for USC?
Yeah.
Yeah. Stanford struggled with Colgate for 3 quarters.
I know. Remember
that's one of
jokes. Floss.
What? That was you? I thought that was Bobby.
No, that was me.
Oh.
No, you did get it confused because yesterday when I made the joke about, they were the one dentist that disagreed, the 4 out of 5 thing.
Yeah.
You were like, you already used that earlier this week. So you're getting your wires crossed. That was the other Bobby, not this Bobby.
Okay.
I made my first dentist joke yesterday. This was a very
honest
half-hearted
mistake.
attempt at my second
It is
one.
an honest mistake.
A lot of Bobbies running around.
Yeah, a lot of
Bobbies.
A lot of Bobs.
But the point is, yes,
But
I think
dude,
this is like, this feels.
This one feels like it's greasy because it's so easy.
Yes. Like, it makes me worried in how easy USC. I mean, Caleb Williams looked incredible, and
I'm sure
Stanford's defense is garbage. I'm not going to give them the benefit of the doubt against Caleb Williams.
Look, Otter, I'm sure in 10 minutes from now is going to tell us, well, actually, when USC's quarterback stands on his left leg and he throws to the right corner of the end zone, it's going to be this percentage, and he's going to talk us out of it. But no, USC minus 7.5 feels like the best bet of the weekend.
Yeah. Okay. And then finally, Baylor at BYU.
I'm not touching this game.
BYU favored by 3.5.
Yes.
I almost went with the Mormons, but in the end, the hook sent me to the side of the Baptists. I think they're Baptists, at least. I'm not 100%
They are.
sure. They feel. Baylor feels
feel
Baptist.
They
do feel Baptist, to be
They're
fair.
Baptist.
I get it. Provo, brutal place to play, right? But the 3.5 then tells you, okay, it's probably more of an even line on a neutral field. I love Dave Aranda. I know Baylor's replacing everybody, but they look good. Shape and look good. I'm basically just trusting in Dave Aranda. I'm just trusting in the competence of Dave Aranda to get this done.
Yeah. I mean, I told you right before we went to break, Jeff Grimes was the OC at BYU. He goes down to Baylor. I mean, these coaches know each other as well as any staffs. I mean, Coach Itaki was on the show earlier this week, and he talked about his relationship with Dave Aranda and Jeff Grimes and the respect he has for those two men. And I think it's going to be a battle. I can't place a bet on this game. It's just too close, and it's two teams that feel like they're evenly matched. And it's such a big moment for BYU, but shaping a quarterback, shout out 3-1 great. I just don't know how it's going to play out. I wouldn't touch this game.
So outside of USC, then, who's your other best bet?
Kentucky.
Okay.
I like Kentucky with the points.
Best bet.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
I like Kentucky with the points.
Surprise you?
I guess it only surprises
I mean, who you talking to?
me.
Who
No,
you talking
I
to?
know. I
I
know
think
he
he's a
loves
little
Kentucky.
biased here,
I know
yeah.
he loves Kentucky. It just surprises me in the context of well, I mean, no Chris Rodriguez. I know you like the other back, and he played well last week.
Kavasier Smoke.
Yeah.
You got it. I mean,
well, not
with
Kavasier Smoke. Who's the other guy?
With a name like Kavasier,
I was about to say,
Kavasier
what a
Smoke's going to be
name.
the number
Kavasier
one
Smoke's
back.
all-time
Actually, their other back that they got from
there was some other guy that you were very impressed with last week.
Well, no, from the FCS level towards ACL.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind.
I think it was from Sam Houston.
And also, I don't think the O-line looked good, but Florida's D-line.
The O-line did
We'll
not
see.
look good. That was surprising. Their offensive line has not been about players. It's been about scheme, and they've always really – I mean, we talked about Landon Young. Like, Landon Young looked like one of the best offensive linemen in college football when he's at Kentucky. Now he's like an NFL guy that's trying to, kind of hang on to his roster spot.
So, Rivers, you did your first D-Gen Dome picks. Where's your head at for this weekend? I haven't brought up. Do you remember them off the top of your head?
I had to Kentucky.
Okay, wow. Been hanging out with Jake too much. You let him infuse you with the
I was
Stoops.
very torn. I thought about taking Florida. I don't know. I think if Kentucky takes it, then whatever. I kind of want Florida to be good. I like Billy Napier. I know.
Gross.
Maybe I spent so much time not liking Dan Mullen that now that Napier's there.
I mean,
why do you not want Billy Napier to do well?
It's not about Billy Napier. It's about Florida.
Okay, and I know that y'all feel differently about Florida than I do.
Yeah, y'all don't have to play him every year.
Yeah. And I know y'all have some very personal feelings about Florida as players.
I am picking Florida to win and cover, and I hope that I'm wrong because I don't want to live in a world where the first two games of the Napier era start with two major ranked wins at night in the swamp with a quarterback that looks like he might be a Heisman candidate.
You got to cheer for your
That's
guy.
awful. No, I don't have to cheer for SHIT, and I won't.
I'm just saying he was a regular guest here. He is a friend of OTB,
He
so I
was
don't
a
know.
friend of the show. He was, but you know what? Sometimes life makes enemies of friends, okay? And destiny has led us to be at a crossroads here.
I took Bama.
I'm not ever choosing Florida. Florida
Yeah.
can have the easiest bet in the world. It can be the one that is flashing bet now. I'm not touching
Right,
it.
so y'all have like these biased feelings as players, which I understand. I do not. I can come at it from maybe a little bit more of a.
No, y'all are just a couple
That's
of
what's at
Stoops
Kentucky,
kids. Stoops kids love their Stoops. It's like Hey Arnold.
I love Mark Stoops. I think he's one of the best coaches in college football.
Yeah, I got Florida cover. I hope I'm wrong. I hope y'all are right.
I took Bama.
Yep,
I
of
did
course we
too.
all did. Texas. By the way, Jake, you were talking about not needing any more motivation. I got a very interesting text from someone. Oh no, what happened to it here? Let me find it. And he said, I asked him, what do you think? You think Texas trouble this weekend? He said, I can't wait to see what Bama does to them. I've been in my buddy's ears in T-Town for 2 weeks to make them angry. And then he starts talking about the Texas Stadium, the long walk to the locker room, the cramped conditions, no AC, where they place the
I forgot
fans,
about that.
all totally BS. And it makes this man still very angry, which means that you could bet Nick Saban is going to have that team angry. No AC?
Yeah, in that locker room. Like, I know that was a whole deal back in 19. It was hotter than hot in that locker room.
What's worse, no AC or no stalls in the bathroom?
I was about to say, there's some like
there's a
pretty
lot
crazy
of locker
no
rooms
doors
that
on the
still don't have
bathroom
doors,
stalls
though.
infuriate me.
There's NFL locker rooms that
Infuriate
when I was a decade ago, like they still didn't have doors.
Who was it? Was it Flynn telling the story, or maybe I'm messing all my people up, but about his dad playing LSU or something, and he was walking out of the locker room, and Mike the Tiger was like positioned outside of the locker room.
Wait.
Am I like mixing all my stories together? But I thought Matt Flynn told that story.
Yes,
His dad played for Baylor.
Yeah, and they played LSU, and
I don't remember.
and they positioned like right outside the visitors' locker room. I mean, they positioned Mike in his cage.
That's where they used to put him.
Not only would they put him
but they
there,
had to open the door, and they had to like
yes,
creep out the door, and Mike is like right there.
And
Sean always talks about that. Like walking out of Georgia, they came to LSU, walking out of the locker room. He said, I've never had fear than when I walked out and there was a live tiger in front of my face.
Well, even like, you remember Never Rains at Tiger Stadium, the John Ed Bradley book, very good book. There's stories about USC players back in like 73 or whatever it was, that famous USC LSU game where LSU barely lost. Same deal. But even that one really amazes me because everybody else we've talked about, maybe not Flynn's dad, but would have lived in an internet era. But think about living pre-internet, right? So what is your exposure to other parts of the country?
Stories.
Magazines, maybe.
Right.
Papers.
Reading a newspaper story, some newspaper pictures. You will have not seen a lot of Baton Rouge or Louisiana. You're coming from Los Angeles. All of a sudden, you're down here. It's hot as hell. Everything looks funny. It's flatter than anything you've ever seen. And then you step out of the locker room, and there's a live tiger. A live Bengal tiger, which I don't know, maybe you saw at a zoo? If you've been to a zoo?
Not that big. Like
maybe you've seen pictures in a National
Not
Geographic.
one like from me to you
But I've
either.
thought about that. Like when the last
That'd
few
be
times I've been to a
mind-blowing.
zoo, which Estelle's gotten into a big zoo phase. So we've spent a lot of time at
Yeah.
zoos lately. The tigers are not as big as Mike. They're just not. And I know it's the type of tiger that he is and whatever, but like zoos don't have tigers that big. So like you're not seeing those out in your just day-to-day life.
No, especially not in LA in the 70s.
No.
And so that always amazed me. But this might be alleged. I don't know if this is true. I always heard too, they used to do a little like poking type action, maybe like a little, I don't know about tasing, but like, kind of.
I see that you're being very careful with how you're.
Well, because I want to say it's
approaching
alleged.
this.
I do not know if
Okay,
this is
yeah,
proven
yeah.
all. I've heard like urban myths.
Yeah.
That basically, yes.
To make him upset.
Yeah, they would
Yeah.
piss off Mike so that
Yeah.
he would quite literally be roaring and
I imagine
spinning angry.
it's probably
when
not
the team came
super
out.
hard to piss off a tiger.
No, I would agree.
You know, you
I
just
would
probably
agree.
have to like get near him.
I'll never forget the last time that Mike actually came out. It was in that McNeese game that ended up getting canceled by lightning, an omen that signaled the doom of Les Miles. But he never got back in the cage. after that.
Yeah. I feel like there are stories about, which I know there's going to be a lot of jokes about just Starkville and Mississippi State after I say this, but I think that there was like Jackie Sherrill did some weird stuff in our visitors locker room as far as like just making it not enjoyable. Yeah. You know, like he made some like
Mississippi State was
special
one of the worst.
requests.
And I know LSU is bad too, so I'm not, glass houses, but
Yeah.
Mississippi State, prime offender with the no door on the bathroom cells. Just completely ruins what you need to do before the game. It's so vulnerable.
Put you in a crazy,
It's awful.
Now,
I hate it.
Crazy headspace.
Now they have the visiting teams in the old home locker room because the Mississippi State home team has a new locker room. I don't remember, what was the old one? I'm just thinking of my trips as a broadcaster, not a player. I can't remember what the old one was like.
No, I mean,
it was
even then,
upstairs.
I think
It was upstairs. It was in that top
in that
left
building,
corner
right?
of that building.
Yeah.
Yes, it was awful. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm there now.
Well, I remember, I feel like that was
got fired up and punched a hole in a window, which I was kind of like, whoa, bro, relax. It's glass.
Reel it in.
You should. He wasn't bleeding.
I think that was like a Jackie Sherrill special. And then I think Mullen got there, and that's when we started doing like renovations and whatever, and then they moved it around. But
there you go. Daryl Dennis says the USC LSU game was 1979. Yeah. Imagine being, who was on that team? Marcus Allen, right? When he been SC in 79?
So.
Imagine being a young Marcus Allen and you're suddenly in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and there's a big old tiger right outside. When you're used to like the song girls and their pom-poms and their sweaters being like, go SC. Had to be just a wild, wild life experience.
I remember, so Norv Turner, my head coach for the Chargers, was the receivers coach at USC, and he has great memories of that game as well. Always talked about it being one of the most epic ones that he remembers coaching in college football.
Damn, so he was a receivers coach at the time. Wow.
He's like, he'd go through the list of all the players, and like even, me who kind of knows a lot of the old history, like he would name players like, he played 16 years in the league. He played 14 from both teams. Yeah. And, it was names like I didn't even know, but they were in that game, kind of like the 2011 LSU-Alabama game, just like you go name of guys that played like a decade plus in the NFL.
Yeah, it's so funny too, those football guys, their memory, like my old man can tell you like every teammate he ever played with, seemingly like where he went to college, like what the store, it's unbelievable.
I could call Norv right now and I could say, hey coach, you remember that fullback screen we ran against the Colts on Sunday Night Football? And he'd be able to spout the call and probably who tackled me.
All right, when we get back here on OTB, you know what time it is. It's time to talk to the Outfielder, Jimmy Out. Lock of the week. Call him next here on OTB.
OTB, OT.
Go to centralplumbing.org, centralplumbing.org, 925-8552. Is this true? Did the Tiger truck stop replace it with a camel? It's very funny if that's the case.
They did.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, cool, I guess. Centralplumbing.org, 925-8552. Any plumbing problems that you might have, I don't want you to think twice. Y'all just pick up the phone, 925-8552. Go to the website, schedule a time, have them come out to your home. Flat rate pricing means no kind of like, all of a sudden you owe this much. Like, what? No. You know exactly what you're getting into. Everybody's licensed, bonded, insured. They send you information ahead of time about who's coming into your home. And, again, a great warranty once the work is done. So they give you the peace of mind every step along the way. centralplumbing.org.
225-925-8552 is that 24/7 emergency service number, but also if you want to ask them about remodeling your bathroom at home, maybe your restroom at your place of business, if you want to go tankless with the tankless water heater that we tell you about every single day, they can do that for you as well. You can find all that information on the website, centralplumbing.org.
Our listeners fire off their opinions on the jimsfirearms.net hotline at 499-1045. Keep listening for your next chance to shoot us your thoughts with the jimsfirearms.net hotline on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Kids have staked out their place at Ochsner Medical Complex The Grove, where more than 30 pediatricians and pediatric specialists are all conveniently located under one roof, so you can spend less time driving and more time keeping your kids well. Yes! It's no wonder kids call dibs at The Grove. Ochsner Health Center for Children.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
I am Juliet, daughter of Marguerite, granddaughter of Gabriel Piera. I come from a line of strong women who knew struggle and success too. Still, I was scared by my breast cancer diagnosis. But I had Blue Cross coverage, which meant I got care from top doctors. I'm strong like my mother, and her mother before her. The right card, the right care.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Oh, hey, what's up? It's Big V and Bubba, 100.7 The Tiger Morning Show. We'd love for you to join us every weekday, 4 a.m. till 9 a.m.
Yeah, everything you want in a show. Country music. We got laughs. We got celebrity in-studio guests. We just need you.
Join us every weekday morning, 4 a.m. to 9 a.m., right where it all started.
That's right. Louisiana's country station, 100.7 The Tiger.
Friday, presented by Tex Morrison, Edward Jones Investments. We're at Rufino's. That's right. Game Time, presented by Bet Rivers on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Friday, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., which includes Handy Tom.
You know what I'm saying? It's all good, baby. Shake it. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine. Hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack Mr. Magic Molly Mall. I let my tape rock till my tape pop. Smoking the damn
OTB OT with Hester and T-Bob on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge and 94.7 ESPN Alexandria.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, I just wanted y'all to know if you wanted to turn it into like a best pick, whatever. Like,
Welcome back. OTB. Right now, it's time to talk to the legend, the Godfather. Otter, what's up, dude?
Oh, baby. Look, another day in paradise over here, man. Getting ready for a little football Friday at Rufino's, a full slate of football. I mean, life is good, T-Bob. Life is good, baby.
Hell yes. All your gambling dreams have come true. There's sports books everywhere, right? You can legally gamble from the start of football season here in 2022. Otto, you have any wins last night?
Oh, I had the Rams early. I even had the Rams on a teaser, but and I know this, you can't say it, but I did early, and we were on the air at the time. It was 7-0, and they threw and I was like, wait, this left tackle who's trying to replace Andrew Whitworth against Von Miller, this is not going away like later in the game. So I got off at -6. Then when the fluke interception, I got off at -4. I don't like the middle myself, but I had to get off of that Ram stuff because that figured to be a long night.
Hey, okay, real quick, before we get into the weekend, what to expect, what are you in handy? What's going on with Football Friday today?
Man, just you name it. Paul Stone, he's like one of what you call a true influencer. I mean, when he goes to Vegas, he moves the lines. His top 3 picks today, Bruce Marshall, executive editor of the Goal Sheet. We'll try and throw out some winners as well. And just looking at every angle imaginable in college football. So he comes over here out of the studio. They let him out of the studio on Fridays. He's doing his show here noon to 1, so it's a Football Friday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. with me and MC Hanny.
What about Dick Dixon? Is he anywhere in that mix?
What's that?
Is Richard Dixon anywhere in that mix? Yes, no? I
yes,
thought Hanny told you yes.
12:15. Yep.
Okay.
So we shift more for the national scene to the LSU scene, and they go the purple and gold inside now from 12:15 to 1.
I'm talking to Jimmy Ott, a.k.a. the Yachtfather. Jimmy, how about Sunday night, dude? I ain't even got to talk to you about it. LSU, FSU, dude. How are we feeling on it?
Well, I thought, a lot of our biggest concerns kind of came to fruition. That's the offensive line. And then our biggest strength and the biggest matchup was our defensive line. And when Mason Smith goes out, I mean, I mean, he's arguably your most talented defensive lineman. That's a big blow.
He's the best player on the team, in my opinion.
Yeah, man. And then the edge guy gets tossed, and it was targeting later in the game. So that cuts into your rotation. That cuts into that advantage that they had. And I'll tell you this: if LSU played Duquesne the way they got going as the game got deeper, if they had that trial run to get the rust out, those kinks out, I think they win. There's no way to prove it, but I think that tune-up game against Duquesne was advantageous for Florida State. But with LSU, with so many new pieces, I mean, from top to bottom, from the janitor to the head coach, they could have used the tune-up game. I thought it would have helped. I like Jaden Daniels. I thought he did okay. I thought he was a reluctant runner at Arizona State. I thought he ran the ball tough when he did run it. We know he could fly. And I thought his balls were more accurate than what I've seen too. I liked the ball coming out of his hands, and he got more comfortable as the game got deeper, and that's a little source of optimism moving forward.
Hey, Otter.
Yeah.
Queen died yesterday. What was
What's
your
that?
reaction? The Queen died yesterday, man. What was your reaction? Queen finally passing after all this time.
Man, this is not my area of expertise.
What kind of question is that?
I don't know, dude. I figured Otter probably had odds on it. I was wondering if his underhit and the over. I didn't know, dude. I thought
couldn't she have relinquished the throne to Prince Charles at some point? Isn't that how it?
She
is that
definitely
how it goes?
could have.
I have no idea.
But I feel like she was kind of thriving until she wasn't.
Yeah,
she was still kicking
Classic
around.
story.
Yeah.
She's been a regular at the Wimbledon final,
Mhm.
on Saturday and Sunday, and she's always got that cool hat on. And I know I think they stopped the soccer game or the golf tournament in the middle of it, the BMW, and so it may force some of my colleagues like Nigel Seeley to kind of pump the brakes on some of his handicapping with the British sports events. So
Bring it full circle.
I wanted to. I threw this dude an off-the-wall question, seeing how he responded. You cannot shake the Oddfather, dude. Hey, just remember, Otter, all reigns must come to an end. The Queen's death means that Nick Saban will fail eventually.
When I was in the boutique casino playing blackjack with this girl from Bulgaria and another girl from Germany, Annie was going to see the Royal Jewels.
Hey,
okay,
now.
we went out to London. Okay, so she's the queen. She died. I don't know. Let's move on.
I mean, it's not true.
He's absolutely right. That's actually how I felt on it too. I have no real take on the situation.
I mean, it does not shake my opinion on North Carolina being a sandwich game between Appalachian State and Notre Dame. So with this tricky little trip to Georgia State.
So you're fading Drake May heading out to Georgia State. Georgia State looked okay against South Carolina. A good team, Georgia State.
Yeah, Georgia State. Outgained their opponent in the first game. They had a couple of punt blocks for the touchdown. So App State, and it's an emotional game. You hosted Notre Dame. Yeah, I think it's a little sandwich spot for the Tar Heels. A little tricky spot going to Atlanta tomorrow.
Otter, I've got to ask you about a game and the fact that Tennessee is 24th in the country. Pitt is 17th in the country. It's a home game for Pitt, and Tennessee is actually a 6.5-point favorite. How do you make that one make sense?
Up to 7 now. It's up to 7, and I think, Jacob, sometimes we fall into the trap of looking at football games like it's just an individual sport between the two quarterbacks. And Keaton Slovis, he looked okay, but he's not Hooker. And Tennessee is a very popular pick. The look-ahead line this time, or actually they played Thursday. So 9 days ago, this line was 2. Tennessee.
Oh, wow.
And when it opened up 6, I said this is going to continue to go up. It's at 7 plus 102 right now at Bet Rivers, and I think it's only going to go even higher to maybe 7.5 or 8. It's a stay away spot for me. The value is on Pitt right here. I think they can run the ball. They return all their offensive line from tackle to tackle, and at times they ran the ball effectively against pretty good West Virginia defensive line. They returned 6 of their top 7 defensive linemen from a year ago. In Tennessee, all the offense and the hype, Ken Heupel playing that pace, playing that tempo. how much is it going to compromise his defense? Is it going to compromise his defense enough to where it kind of neutralizes that? So, I mean, against Purdue in a bowl game, they had 106 snaps. You can't do that in the SEC. And Malzahn, we saw him at Auburn, who wanted to go hyperspeed tempo, and he dialed it back. I'm just wanting to see at what point does Heupel find a kind of a happy medium. Against Pitt, man, they got firepower. And Pitt, if there's a program that can't afford the losses of both the first quarterback taken in the draft and the Biletnikoff Award winner, which they did. So I don't know, man. It's a stay-away spot for me. But, yeah, I know the public. Value on Pitt, but guess what? Value was on the Rams last night. How'd that go?
There you go. The Oddfather, Jimmy Ott, lock of the week. Football Friday coming up right after the show. Otter, it's great to hear your voice. Hey, what's Worm got going on tonight?
We go to Hammond. Hammond.
Okay.
So we'll get fueled up at the original La Coretta right down the street.
Ooh,
And so, man, he had a great game last week. Now, he had a little fun with the St. Michael's, their student section. They were heckling him and calling him a few names. So after a few tackles for losses and sacks and a stuff on 4th and 1, he gave him a little high knee stomp and a little shush sign to the student section, and his coach gave him an ass chewing, and so there we go. So typical night for the Worm on a Friday night. We
love to see it. I also love the fact that you orient yourself geographically by whatever the closest margarita is. It's kind of how you get your head on straight.
3-minute drive from
easy money.
Yeah.
Good to go.
Yeah.
Otter, tell Worm that, look, here on OTB, we love Worm. We support him. Let's go. And you have a great day.
He plays hard, man. That's all you can ask, bro. There's no doubt about that.
Hell
hey,
yeah,
look, he's got that 18, man. I said that.
Yes, sir. He sent it to me. I told him. Yeah. Absolutely. Hey, Worm looks good in the 1-8.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So, all right, man. We're over here at Rufino's getting ready. Let's go.
All right, baby. Football Friday coming up right after this show ends, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more Off the Bench next.
OTB, OT.
You want look, man, I maybe you think that you're pleased in your current insurance setup, and maybe you really are, right? But if you're truly that secure in it, why don't you put it to the test? Why don't you call up Thomas Email over at Riverlands Insurance and see what he can offer you? Riverlands is Louisiana from the ground up, okay, local. But they're growing massively, and it's because their customers are treated and given they're treated the right way, obviously. It's a personal touch. That's why I'm about to give you Thomas's cell phone number. But the customers are happy with their policies consistently, and they will shop around and find you the best policies. Call up Thomas Email at Riverlands Insurance.
Yeah, representing over 100 insurance carriers writing business here in Louisiana. We always say voted #1 insurance workplace in 2022 by Insurance Business Magazine. But as Steve-Bob mentioned, they can handle the biggest business in Baton Rouge, but whatever your individual claim is as well. 225-206-1517. Again, cell phone number, 225-206-1517.
In times of need, get a full list of phone numbers, websites, and other important emergency information on the Demco Stormwatch page at 1045ESPN.com.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
ServiceMaster Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact ServiceMaster Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. ServiceMaster Elite, the trusted choice in professional cleaning since 1996.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
It's no secret. The best oysters in Baton Rouge are at Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar. Enjoy mouth-watering South Louisiana flavor and oysters from all over the country. And don't forget our nightly drink specials. Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar, located in downtown Baton Rouge.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
In the prep football season, and we get started Friday night at 6 with Louisiana Prep Preview, presented by the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. Catholic High and Warren Easton kick off at 7, immediately followed by the Lake Urgent Care Lake After Hours Louisiana Prep Scoreboard Show on YouTube, Your View, and 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Head to our 104.5 ESPN Facebook page and look for the Revelry Sports Rate Your Tailgate post pinned to the top of the page. Drop a picture of your best tailgate to be entered to win a spot for you and a friend to our 104.5 ESPN Revelry Sports Tailgate for the New Mexico game on September 24th. That's where you'll get a chance to meet Jeremy Hill while enjoying food and drinks from Government Taco. We'll be choosing 5 winners on September 16th.
OTB OT with Hester and T-Bob on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge and 94.7 ESPN Alexandria.
LSU got 7 mil signing.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to OTB. Chill out, Saquon Barkley.
At most.
Turn on Rivers' mic there, Mario. There we go.
He's like, I'm not. At most, it was like 9.6 million.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
At the very end of the match, whenever it was like.
We're talking
she was
about the
coming
debate
back.
we had last week about what would be the most watched Friday night sporting event. It looks like Rivers is victory lapping here a bit.
Nope, I'm not. I just wanted to bring up, because I did send I sent a message to our group and he didn't respond, so I figured I'd just make sure.
You were. I know,
I wasn't even mean about it.
No, I didn't say you're mean. That doesn't mean.
I literally was just like, this is the ratings.
No. Exactly. When somebody gloats, that is one thing. Worse than the gloating is the just simple.
But I think you're allowed to gloat sometimes.
Yeah. I'm not saying you shouldn't gloat.
But anyways, we're not going to talk about it. I just wanted to bring up that Serena had the top ratings of any ESPN programming that night. That was it.
You did more of the head patting gloat, where it's just like, oh, look at this.
But how? Okay, well, tell me how I could have approached it. It wasn't a head patting.
No, I don't think either way. There was still a great way.
I explained head patting to Hartsock yesterday, and he's loved it. He goes, I've had that done to me so many times.
Yeah.
But I guess, how can I have done
right.
No. But just for future reference, how can you do that without head patting?
No, you don't. You head pat away. You were right.
You can't really.
I mean, no,
like,
just do
there
it.
wasn't a way that it was not going to sound condescending. Like, even if I didn't mean it that way.
To be like,
no, I would have been like, ha, you were wrong. I was right. Suck it.
I didn't do that though.
No, I know, but I'm saying I actually think.
And then he didn't respond, so I didn't bring it up again.
I think that is a better. In a weird way, the hyper aggressive approach is even better than okay, when you lose to a team in football, right? It's easier to digest when the other fans are just straight a-holes to you.
Yeah.
Versus when they're like, it was a good game. I mean,
glad we all had fun out there.
It was a really good game. You know, you gave us a scare there, buddy, for sure. It was a good game. But no, dude, whatever. Your victory lapping. Here's my question.
Yeah.
As our pop culture correspondent, did Harry Styles spit on Chris Pine?
No, Chris Pine came out and said he didn't.
His publicist said he did.
No. Well, so what I think actually happened, and if you watch the video back, I think he finds his glasses.
I've heard that theory. It does not check out.
He's holding them. He
I know.
wasn't, and then he is.
I know. It does not check out, though, when you look at the second angle where you see something leave his mouth.
Really? Okay, well, so I can't confirm
Break
either
down
way.
Zapruder film, Danny. Can you bring up the second angle there? But I did hear that.
No, but
I
this is
heard
my
a
question
Twitter
to you.
campaign.
This
Yes.
is why I don't care
Mhm.
about it at all, and I
Mhm.
thought people just need better things to do with their time.
Mhm.
Why? What would Harry Styles have to gain from spitting on Chris Pine?
I don't
Like,
know.
what in that moment? What did he have to gain from doing it? It just seems like such a dumb thing.
Yeah.
I guess if you're arguing back and forth, you're trying to be the alpha, you're like, I'm spitting on you, and I know there's nothing you can do about it.
I mean, I guess
He did put him in a tough spot.
I
If
guess.
he did indeed spit on him, Pine can't really fight him.
Well, but
just
they're laughing with each other 30 seconds later.
Well, is that a real laugh, though?
I don't know.
I mean, it looks
Look,
a little
You know I
odd.
love pop culture, and I just
Yes.
could not care about that any less.
Wow.
Because I just don't think I think it's a non-story. I don't know how we all got attached to it so
I mean, speaking of what people said, Harry
aggressively.
Styles literally went to Madison Square Garden and told the crowd that he left to go spit on Chris Pine.
Just got back from spitting on Chris Pine.
Which is a good bit. That's a very good bit. I mean, I guess it remains hard
But there's
to believe.
I think the problem or why we held on to it so aggressively is there's so much other drama that's following that film that anybody's looking for any reason to talk about them. There's the Shia LaBeouf angle that's going on.
Yes, that's fair.
There's Olivia Wilde, Harry Styles dating. There's the Florence Pugh and Olivia Wilde feuding. There's just so much going on. I think the spit maybe is just the least interesting thing.
Yeah, that is true. So yeah, poor Jason Sudeikis, huh?
Oh no, I love that guy.
Did he get Ted Lasso'd IRL?
Yeah, sounds like it.
Damn.
Sounds like it.
Damn.
Because she came out, she did an interview, I think with Vanity Fair that came out, and they were like, "Oh, did you leave him for Harry Styles?" And she was like, "No, we were done way before that."
Wow.
I think pandemic got him.
Man, what are you gonna do, dude?
But if you think about it, so they were married and they're celebrities, and so they're both very busy and they're both filming things, right? So they're probably often not in the same place. Yeah. Well, then COVID hit, and they were in the same place for a while. So I'm just
24/7.
wondering,
They filmed Ted Lasso in England, right?
Yes. Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. See, then he grabs his glasses.
It's more Chris Pine's reaction.
Yeah.
When
I think
he
he's
saw
like,
it on
"Oh,
his
there's my
leg.
glasses."
When he saw it, he looked at his
Yeah.
leg, the leg that it looked like it hit.
Explain Watch Styles' mouth the entire time.
No, I know. I've seen the video. No, maybe he did. You know what? I don't know.
I don't-
Maybe he spilled.
I don't
I don't know.
All right, when we get back, let's
It
close
could
out
be
the
a
show.
stupid game too.
Yeah, for
if,
sure.
It could be. It
If,
could be.
if
Yes,
you were
yes.
sitting there and
That
I just
is a great point. It
Yeah.
has the feeling of a bro game, and Pines.
But why wouldn't they just come out and say that?
and Pine's almost like
you
in
could've,
this moment
oh,
you did
he
it
got me.
okay.
Yeah, exactly, right. It's almost like it's like one of these,
Yes.
like, oh, look at this.
Why-
That could definitely be true.
Why wouldn't they just come out and say that though?
I don't know, dude. I don't know. This is all much
Because
ado
then
about
nobody would
nothing.
believe him anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. All right, when we get back here, let's do a long Ask the Bench. How about that? Keep it locked right here on OTB.
OTB, OT.
Go to All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge, allstartoyotaofbatonrouge.com. If you have been thinking about upgrading your vehicle for you and your family, maybe you want to get a new vehicle, maybe you want to buy a Toyota certified used vehicle where you still get warranty, I really encourage you to go to the website, allstartoyotaofbatonrouge.com. You go to that site, look at that. You can check out all of the deals that are available right now. You can talk to someone online if you want to start that dialogue there about what they can offer you. They got Military Appreciation Month, amongst other things. And look, once you join the All-Star family, it is a family, right? It's so easy to get it serviced, right? It's so easy if your car needs to be in the shop and you got to rent from Miss Lisa Sessions. I love working with All-Star. Go to All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge.
Yeah, I can back up the rental process. It is incredibly easy. All three of us have used it, and you go in, you tell them what you want, how long you need it. They're going to have it for you that day. So go check out those per-day rental prices. AllStarToyotaOfBatonRouge.com, AllStarToyotaOfBatonRouge.com.
This week on DropBiscuit.com or wherever you listen to podcasts is our new series, Pops, the Louis Armstrong story. Pops is brought to you by New Orleans & Company. Check out NewOrleans.com and come visit New Orleans.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
Follow us on Twitter at 1045ESPN to cast your vote in the Citizens Bank and Trust Poll of the Day. Vote daily inside Off the Bench, anytime. Hunt and Hill. And after further review, Citizens Bank and Trust brings you the Poll of the Day via Twitter at 1045ESPN.
I'm Jay Ducote. I grew up learning how to cook at LSU tailgate parties and right in my own backyard. And I created JD's Louisiana products to bring that Louisiana flavor to you at home for your backyard cookout. JD's Louisiana barbecue sauce, Louisiana molasses mustard, spicy and sweet barbecue rub, and more are available at your local supermarkets or by logging on to jducote.com/shop. Put in promo code CST for 25% off at checkout.
Eli's always been into grilling. It took us a while to see it, but the signs were there.
What are you doing, Eli?
I knew grilling was my thing. I have been talking about it throughout my career.
Happy with the results?
I am. Got the new grill from barbecueguys.com. It performed great.
My advice, as I always told my boys,
do more of what you're born to do.
Barbecue Guys, for those who were born to grill.
You want cheese on your burger, Pops?
I'll take a little cheese.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals.
Join us for a Football Friday edition of Hunt and Hill. Get you ready for LSU Southern. Michael Rothstein on the Saints and Falcons and the full slate of SEC football. Hunt and Hill 1 to 3 weekdays on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
But first, Tears for Fears.
OTB OT with Hester and T-Bob on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge and 94.7 ESPN Alexandria.
And they figured him on the ground. They wouldn't have to run into a dragon. Tad and y'all, welcome back. Woo! Tears Fears getting you ready for the weekend. Let's do a little Ask the Bench, brought to you by Cold Coors Light, Vizzy Art Seltzer, and Blue Moon Light Sky Citrus Sweet.
You gonna ask any questions?
I'm looking for ones that are worth
I'll
asking.
answer this one that I just saw. It said, did you see the tweets when someone asked to explain the "Don't worry, darling" drama in NFL terms? I did not. So if you can find those, I would. I bet that would be pretty funny.
They're okay. They're okay. I read them. They're not especially funny, but they're okay.
Oh, okay.
Jordan Haydad asked the bench, Norvell and Brian Kelly competing for worst decision-making award. Which guy won? I mean, bro, Norvell actually won the worst
the toss in the goal line
management decision. Yes, the toss in the goal line, not taking the 3 before half, which again, I didn't hate at the time, but I think I'm actually wrong not hating at the time. I do think in a game where points are so hard to come by, you probably should have kicked a field goal there. Or you got gifted that possession.
One of my favorite videos, and I don't mean this isn't like me making fun of LSU, it's more about him. One of my favorite videos that came out post-game was him, like right the moment he realizes that they win, he starts jumping up. He's celebrating. He's looking for anyone to celebrate with him. Like, give him a high five, dab him up, like anything, and no one is looking at him. He's just like desperately looking around for a hug, and like everyone's just kind of in their own world, and they just caught all of it.
I'm sure
on
the
camera.
shock of that, like being on the other side of it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like thinking you blew this game in epic proportions.
Ooh, I did not even consider that.
You know?
You're right. Yes.
That's really an incredible feeling.
Oh my God, dude. He thought he was fired. And then all of a sudden, not only is he fired, but he gets his signature win. He's not fired, and he gets his sig win.
Yeah.
Hashtag Ask the Bench. Y'all going to be tailgating tomorrow. Rohit Calva wants to know. No, I will be locked in my office watching football all day until I get to Don Juan for the LSU game. So if you want to chill, I'll be at Don Juan for a bit.
I think I'm going next week
Yeah.
to the game. That's the game Jackson chose for his birthday that he wants to take a couple of buddies to. So we're going to be at the LSU State game.
Is it the reunion game?
You asked me that yesterday, and I don't remember.
It is.
And maybe it is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We're not going to tailgate until then. It's a lot getting your kids out there and doing the whole thing.
This is the first year in 6 or 7 years that I don't have to go to the games.
Yeah.
So,
You just enjoying it? Chilling out a little bit? Hashtag Ask the Bench. Crazy or fact? Biggie Smalls only put out one album before he died. Or The Rock only wrestled full time for 6 years.
I think the Biggie thing.
Yeah, that Biggie thing's wild. I
But
was
he was
never aware
like,
of that.
he sampled a lot, and he was featured on a lot of tracks that weren't necessarily like an album.
That's still pretty wild, though. One album?
Well, that's like Nirvana.
Now rap
Nirvana
legend?
only put out 2.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like, I think that he's sort of like a Kurt Cobain, where he died and then he was like romanticized a lot, and we think that he put out a lot more. He was really young when he died.
I mean, Milli Vanilli and pull out one too.
I mean, look at that. What says broad fode T-Bob wear? No, what size broad does T-Bob wear?
That's Slender Bob you're talking to. He doesn't
Yeah,
wear a
no,
bra.
I was actually gonna say, T-Bob, that shirt is really doing your arms some.
Oh, okay.
Look at look over here.
Let's go.
You're looking kind of swole.
Looking kind of swole, dude. Well, we do 300 push-ups a day in here, so
Feels excessive, but
I
I'm
hope
here
it's
for
paying
it.
dividends. Ask the Bench. Go-to rap album all time. Man in the Mood Volume 2 meant a lot to me.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And then I would say probably
early
Damn.
Kid Cudi's Hard to Get Away. That's the one I played the most.
Yeah, yes, Man in the Mood Volume 2 would be the one I played the most. But I love Damn by Kendrick Lamar as well. And I like Mr.
I
Morale,
thought that's
but
what
I
you
like
were gonna
Damn
say.
better.
I thought you were gonna say Damn.
No, I like Damn better. But no, probably Volume 2. What about you, Riz?
I don't know. I don't know that I have like a go-to. I'm not. This is the thing about me is I'm not a full album girl.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, I guess when I had to be, I was. I mean, when I had to go buy like
Yeah.
CDs and listen to everything. But now Spotify has made it to where I don't have to listen to full albums. Oh, but you know what? I'll say this isn't rap. Well, I don't know. Maybe it is. Take Care is always going to be like my favorite Drake album of all time. I think Take Care, Drake is better than any Drake that ever existed.
Okay.
And he does some rapping on that, so I'll say that.
Give me a song from Take Care that I would know.
Take Care.
I don't know.
any early like Cash Money, No Limit
Make
stuff
Me Proud.
too was like a go-to
This
high
one
school.
Make You Proud. You've heard that.
I've heard it, but I don't know.
Okay.
Hashtag Ask the Bench. What did you think about the Elvis movie? Nelson Green wants to know, Jake.
Oh, I loved it. I thought it was fantastic.
Okay.
It was not what I was expecting it to be. Like, it's really not a biopic. It's more from Colonel Tom Parker, and like he's the narrator of the movie. But I thought the actor Austin Butler did fantastic.
You
I
can
liked
stream
it a
that
lot.
now.
Oh,
I think
really?
it just dropped
Yeah.
on HBO.
Okay.
It's on HBO Max.
Hashtag Ask the Bench. T-Bob, how are you going to do whiskey, wine, and snaps? I'm going to do whiskey and wine by getting drunk like I always do. And then I'm going to Uber over back to my office and do snaps from there. So it's going to be a weird late night
How's
show.
that going to go?
I'm doing whiskey and wine.
Until what time?
Probably till about 10:30, 11 maybe. And then Ubering straight over and doing snaps right after that.
You are doing snaps like at midnight?
Yeah, midnight Eastern, 11 Central is the tentative plan. I'm hoping that the LSU game will get over by 9:30. We will see.
So that's a move.
We will see.
There's a lot of movement there.
Yeah, bro. I ain't scurry. Nobody's better at doing drunk commentary while dressed as a wizard breaking down college football than me.
I'll give you that title.
I feel very confident in claiming that as
How did Aaron act to that? Like
my
react to
cornerstone. He
the
loves
wizard?
it. He loves
I was about to say he's a little bit of a Harry Potter
He's
nerd.
a Harry Potter. So he thought it was Dumbledore. I'm like,
It can be.
Aaron, it's
Sure.
Gandalf, but sure, whatever. I can be if it makes you happy, I can be Dumbledore for you. Ask the bench. Opinion on Thor: Love and Thunder.
Oh, we just got that was also you can stream that now too. I haven't seen it yet.
I kind of feel like how I feel about the Ant-Man movies. Good, but like almost offensively, not great.
I don't like
not
your Ant-Man
bad.
take there, but I agree with your take on Love and Thunder.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
A little above mids, maybe.
Yeah.
I haven't
Nothing
watched it
too
yet.
special.
Mid adjacent.
I think I was more excited to watch it until I heard your take on it, and then now I've kind of been like, I'll get to it when I get to it.
I think that's probably fair.
OTB, OT.
And I'm not trying to crap on anybody.
Kickoff is until 6:39. Yeah, T's not going to be done. in
No
time.
shot.
There's no chance.
No, I said 9:30, not 9.
You're not going to be done at 9:30.
It's on SEC Network. It's not a CBS game, but it's not an NFL game.
Halftime show is going to be great.
Oh, yeah, you're probably right. You know what else is great? Patient Plus Urgent Care.
Heard that.
Yeah, they got 8 locations in the city, 9 overall. There's more opening up. How about this? Occupational medicine. Okay, if you are a business owner and you are listening to this, and this can be all sorts of things, even down to like Coast Guard exams, right? But like drug testing, anything, everything, Jake. Go check out the Mid-City location of Patient Plus, because I know these Ocmed places. I've been there, okay? I've had to pee in the cup. And they're always dingy and weird, and they make you feel greasy. Not the case with Patient Plus Urgent Care. Go to the Mid-City location today, Patient Plus Urgent Care.
9 a.m. until 9 p.m. every single day. Also, patientplusuc.com. You can get that appointment scheduled before you even leave the house. Patient Plus Urgent Care Clinic. Get in and get better.
When I was a boy, I spent my days climbing trees, catching fish. Barefoot in the river I walked, listening to crickets, counting stars. This was home. After my stroke, I wondered if I'd make it back to the people and places I love. But I got the right doctors with Blue Cross coverage. Your card matters. Your home does too.
Oh, hey, what's up? It's Big V and Bubba, 100.7 The Tiger Morning Show. We'd love for you to join us every weekday, 4 a.m. till 9 a.m.
Yeah, everything you want in a show. Country music. We got laughs. We got celebrity in-studio guests. We just need you.
Join us every weekday morning, 4 a.m. to 9 a.m., right where it all started.
That's right. Louisiana's country station, 100.7 The Tiger.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz